now tuned in to Unmotivated Ain't You podcast with Coop Da Beatman. Let's crank it.
It's that motivation. We from the city, west to wise up. It's time for the real to rise up. It's that motivation. No clout chasing, let's be honest. We gon' keep it real and 100. It's that motivation. We telling everybody go and wake up. Get to the money, get that cake up. It's that motivation. We got the whole game wide open, making moves, yeah, we keeping it in motion. It's that motivation.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Actually, we'll be interviewing as the team. We're here to fuck shit up.
What it do? This your homeboy Coop Da Beatman, aka Fat Boy Slim, aka Brother Man from the fifth floor.
What up with it, man? It's Reggie, a.k.a. Reggie, no code name.
Yes, sir. What up, my people? This your man King, a.k.a. Meet You from the neighborhood.
Hey, yo, what up? This Tony, a.k.a. JT the Man 3382, a.k.a. Black Nerd Radio. What up?
Hey, we're gonna start this show off today with some celebrations.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Little celebrations.
Motivation Squad, our YouTube channel got over 200 subscribers. Gotta celebrate that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take a shot for that. You know what I'm saying? Always celebrate the small thing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Always. And that ain't
200.
a small thing. That's big.
Over 200, let's get it.
And we want more. Now we got something else to celebrate. Chat
Celebrate
Prep.
something else? Oh, yeah.
Chat Prep won the state championship today.
Shout out
man.
to
They
Chat
played
Prep,
them
man.
Shout
Chat
out.
Prep, definitely.
Brought that
Back to
state
back.
home, man.
Shout out to
Back to back.
Twin.
back to back. You know what I'm saying? That's
Shout
real
out to them
big for
boys,
Chat.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Representation, man.
Real
Listen,
big.
Always.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
You know, with like we brought up before, man, a lot of stuff going on at their school, man.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's good to celebrate winning that state championship.
Let's celebrate their
Good to see them
positivity.
boys bring it
Yeah,
home.
positivity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations to them boys, man.
And
Shout
bring
out
that shit
to
back
Twin.
next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going.
Repeat.
Three-peat.
Three-peat next year. Got the
going.
repeat next year for the three-peat. Chat Prep, let's go.
I
Yeah.
heard that team been playing since they was in the 6th grade or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
They been together for a while.
together for a
They
minute.
played like a lot of them played on the same AAU
Yeah,
team when they
yeah.
was
That's why their chemistry so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know where everybody gonna be.
Yeah, they been playing AAU ball for a while.
Shout out to all the kids on the team, man. Shout out to the coaches.
Shout out to the parents. Shout out to the
parents.
teachers.
Shout
Just
out to the
shout out
trainers.
to the whole school.
Shout out
over
to
there,
my
man.
homeboy Trey, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out
Shout
to
out,
his son. Daddy
Hey.
got the dunk in at
Hey.
the last minute. Hey, he doing his
Hey,
thing.
hold on.
man.
Don't the homie HBK Bo son play out there?
Yeah, shout out
Hey,
Mike
yeah.
Bowman, man.
Hey,
His
Mike
son
Bowman's son out there.
balling,
Shout out
man.
HBK
Going
Bo
crazy.
son.
Shout out to Cameron Russell, trainer.
Yeah,
Shout out to them boys, man.
yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
a good
man.
thing. I love seeing positivity, man.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Keep that shit going.
Well, speaking of positivity and everything that we keep going and we celebrating a lot of things, man, I want to, for this particular episode, man, I want to talk about somebody that's very important to this whole establishment we got going on.
Who
right
the hell
here.
is that?
You know what I'm saying?
what's that?
Who that is? Today, y'all, look, I'm going to tell y'all, this is what we got. We got somebody, check this out, we want to talk about,
Hey,
we want to talk to and talk about
hype that shit up, man.
my homeboy, our
Hype that-
homeboy,
hey, hype it
our
up.
good friend,
Hey,
the one that our homeboy, our good friend, the one that has kept us motivated as well.
hey.
Always
And we
motivated.
want and we want to know about his history. How did he even get to the point where he at? Let's bring him out, man. He is right here, the one and only Coop Da Beatman. Let's go.
let's get it.
Celebration.
See if he
Let's
keep
see.
that energy he be having when he be interviewing niggas.
Right.
You acting like I be putting pressure on people. I don't.
Nah, you just be having all that energy and shit.
This is therapy, bro.
you, you be making me sing like Droopy D and shit. Be over here talking all slow. Hey, bro.
So the
Remember
reason,
Droopy D of the cartoon?
Yeah,
Dude,
this
Droopy-
is-
the reason why I want to even talk to Coop about how he got into music, beat making, rapping, everything. Because, bro, I was chilling with one of my homeboys, man, and he said, man, how Coop started making beats? Where did that come from all of a sudden? I was like, damn. Shit, let's talk about it.
Good question.
We got the platform, let's talk about it.
Right.
I don't know that story. I
Should have been the first episode.
A lot of
think I
us
ever
don't
had-
know.
I ain't really never asked that nigga no shit like that.
Because let's
fucked up.
change.
man.
Let's
That's
do it a
fucked
little
up.
different. Let's do it a little different. Right?
Hey.
So sitting right here.
You know what I do want to ask him?
Already.
So check this out. Sitting right here, I just thought of this. Sitting right here right now, you got 3 people that know Coop from 3 different walks of life in a sense.
Yeah.
So my brother Tony knew you before we knew you.
Right.
So let's start it off like that. Tony, since we can go in stages. Tony, since you knew him before we did, let's start off with you asking Coop some questions about how he even got into music.
Hey, so my first time getting introduced to Coop was actually through music.
Right.
I like how y'all think, but the youth choir at Mount Canaan Baptist Church.
He was playing the saxophone.
Hell no.
He had the youth choir.
Hey,
I thought he was playing the
this
saxophone.
was the tallest nigga sitting at the end.
That's who that African dude was in the choir.
Hey, that come later. That come later.
African in the youth choir.
I'm
Hey.
from Africa, man. Don't listen to them, man.
Hey, I
that's-
ain't gonna lie. He was the tallest dude at the end sitting
That's
there
my
looking
first
like.
time ever hearing of Coop. I swear. I didn't know his name at the time.
You know him as African dude.
That African nigga. That's what
That's
they.
funny.
That's because you went to
Hey,
Central.
Hey,
That's
it may be. I'm just saying.
That's what it is.
Central is Saudi
But
Arabia.
okay, he was in the
Hey.
youth choir though.
Yeah, he was in the youth choir sitting at the end, tall ass dude.
How
looking
old was
like,
y'all at this time? My bad.
I was
Probably around about
16.
12.
I was 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I'm 4 years older than you.
Yeah,
So
12.
yeah, I
Okay.
was 16. He was down at the end
Yeah,
looking
y'all
like
was
I'm
young.
only here because my people brought me here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was it. That's all he was
Yeah.
there for.
Uh,
But yeah, man. Talk
was-
about that.
That was the thing.
experience.
When I moved with my aunt, I was real quiet to myself. And she tried to get me in as much as possible. I was in the Boy Scouts. I was in youth choir. I was doing other shit too. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted me to kind of get social skills and get out there and counteract with people. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so quiet. I was like to myself, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah. Because I didn't know you had a damn voice until like later on
Yeah.
in the youth choir. So
Because
was
I
like,
used to lip sing. I ain't
Hey,
gonna lie.
I was just gonna ask that shit.
I
Like, hey
used to
man,
lip sing.
I was gonna say what that nigga voice sound
Nah, I
like.
used to lip sing, and I used to
Got that-
kind of, but I kind of got an ear for it. You know what I'm saying? I got an ear for
So
it.
you actually can sing.
Nah.
hell no.
He can harmonize a little bit.
I think I can, but
That
to
nigga can
y'all,
hum
I
his
can't.
ass off.
Can I ask you a question? I'm being serious, dude.
Yeah,
You
go
don't think
ahead.
I'm joking, but
no,
I'm being
you
serious.
good.
Off pod, can I hear you sing?
Oh my nope.
Why I want it?
You heard in my songs,
Yeah,
No, I
he
don't.
He done sung on
Yeah,
plenty
songs
of
like
records.
Let me be auto tune, man.
right?
That ain't I
That
want to hear
is.
your
That's what I
voice.
say.
Oh my god.
I want to hear the singing, not the
Nigga wasn't
not
mad
that
at Teddy
T-Pain.
Riley when he did it. Now you can't do it.
I can't do it.
I want to hear the other T-Pain, not the.
T.
It's gonna cause
Teddy
pain.
Riley.
It's gonna cause pain. Yeah, you know.
He said it's gonna cause.
Was that your introduction into music though? Is that how you kind of latched on?
No. It ain't the introduction. It's just like kind of structured what I had already. But what I had already, I just used to listen to the radio all the time. I done told y'all stories about that, but had this big radio at the house. Used to be on Power 94 all the time.
Of course.
They used to play all type of music. You know, back then,
Yep.
you know, it wasn't just one thing. So it kind of, I got stuck on the oldies and stuff like that. So
Quiet storm.
that most definitely, most definitely.
It's on the Quiet Storm.
Yeah.
Hey, that quiet storm used to be
Especially
bumping.
that. I'm gonna say especially that because my mom worked third shift.
Oh yeah.
And so like I'm at home by myself at that time. So I'm like, you know, and I was in a rough neighborhood, but like music like really brought me through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
Influence.
I really navigated to music through that way. And
So tell me this. So how did being in that choir, being quiet as hell, being tall as hell, and lip syncing, how did that influence where you are today?
like if I can explain it, in the choir, the tenors, like we was behind
That's Tony.
James. We was behind James Elder. You know what I'm saying? James Elder was the piano player. We was behind him, and while he playing the piano, he cold. And I would look at him and just see like how the piano supposed to be played. And then like my aunt had one in her living room, and I would go home and kind of
Try to act like him
with chords and stuff like that. I didn't know like the right terms, but I just knew like I'm real good at seeing what somebody do and then kind of doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it didn't sound nothing like how he was doing it.
Oh, no.
So I had a lot of learning to do, but that came from band. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in a band, sixth grade.
So in middle school.
Yeah.
So you in the band in
That's
middle
when you
school and in
playing
the
the
choir at
saxophone.
church.
Yeah.
And this is getting you into creating music.
Yeah.
Is that when you started playing the saxophone?
I ain't play no damn saxophone.
Why
man.
you trumpet?
That
You
nigga play every
the trumpet.
instrument.
Why the fuck I think you played the
And this
saxophone?
supposed to be, hey, man, this
No,
supposed
I'm
to be
being
my bro.
serious.
Hey, next
that
we gonna
nigga
say
played
you did
the
the
Why I
flute,
think he
bro.
played the saxophone? No, I'm being serious. I ain't
Hold
even joking.
on.
That nigga Dizzy Gillespie type.
Why I
He
think he
played
played
the
the
trumpet.
And the
saxophone?
funny thing, he seen me at TSU band and talking about he seen me dancing and shit, but you didn't see me play
Hold
the
on.
trumpet.
I was at the games. I saw
Well,
you.
you should have seen I
halftime.
played the trumpet.
Y'all niggas stupid.
Nah, hold
Let's go, man.
Hey, man, he gonna say you did the flute next.
no, I'm
Trying.
trying.
That nigga cool playing the trumpet.
Flutophone. That nigga playing the flutophone.
No, but see, and I know he think I'm fucking with him. I'm not even joking. I really thought he played the saxophone though. I'm not playing.
No,
Though. I'm dead
nigga.
serious.
That's the brother we had on the
you
last
played, I
episode.
know you played the clarinet. I know you played what at TSU.
You
I
finna
know
say the
it.
clarinet. Hey, this
All
nigga,
right, hold on. What instrument is it, man?
the trumpet.
Okay, the trumpet. I'm not good on
That
instruments.
nigga
man.
Dizzy Gillespie, bruh.
So you see me carrying around my trumpet at TSU?
I don't know. I don't. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
I don't know the difference
Okay,
between.
okay.
Hold on,
I
folks.
don't fucking.
I don't even
understand
want to remind. We got to
You
come
know I
back to
don't
that.
know
that. Alright,
You carrying around the trumpet on college campus. We got to come back to that.
Yeah.
I think you got some funny shit for that problem.
No. I freshman year was that was more.
Oh, we got to do our work.
That was more straightforward. Our freshman year together. That was more. It didn't get crazy till our sophomore year.
But back to the storyline.
Go ahead.
Me being in the band and stuff, like that kind of helped progress with the music, like what I was trying to create. So that started me wanting to create music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just seeing James Elder and the songs and then the reaction from the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Like
Wipe out whole soprano sections.
you Sunday like at Mount Canaan, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But that kind of got me into the entertaining, want to create music, get your feelings out through music type stuff.
So was the original music that you want to create? I'm assuming it wasn't hip hop then.
It wasn't hip hop. It was just music. I couldn't even put a term to it because I couldn't sing. I wasn't trying to make R&B songs or nothing like that. But it was just like it was like I listened to everything, so it was everything.
So that early time, what were like some of the groups or singers or producers or music that influenced that?
Oh, good question. Around that time, I love Biz Marquee. I like Special Ed. That was one of my favorite with the guy that made.
Yeah.
I always like Rakim. Like he was my favorite like rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it kind of I like Poison Clan too because my brother used to play that shit all the time.
Hey, you switched it up real good.
Poison
I like
Clan.
see I'm going around. It's like in that time where you pick up on music and stuff, you start realizing what everybody listen to, and that's why like today, like I'm always asking people what they listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always asking questions on what they listen to and stuff like that because I study how people listen to music. Okay. But it was one of them things like my brother, he was listening to Poison Clan.
Yeah.
My sister was listening to Sade. She wasn't around as much, but when she around, she listening to Sade and Anita Baker and shit like that. So that's what got me on that shit. I still listen to that shit today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you in church, you hearing those church melodies. Church music is one of the most difficult music to play because it comes from the feeling. But that type shit, my mom, she used to play like, she played everything. Like she was in that New Jack Swing type shit.
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Teddy Riley.
Yeah, all
Fucking
that
with
shit.
Teddy Riley.
Hey,
She
that's
used to
the-
listen to Guy.
That's that
Yeah,
shit,
and
though.
shit
it's
like a
crazy.
piece of
I got CDs that she had because she wasn't good with money. She always got caught up into the buy all them CDs for a penny type shit.
Oh shit! And we still waiting for
I still got CDs in my garage, man, from her.
Columbia
all
House.
that type shit.
Hey,
What'd you say, Columbia?
that
Still paying that bill.
Still playing that bill.
Hey, your,
Motherfucker,
your mama knew. Hey, that New Jack Swing era was hard though.
Yeah,
Your
really
mama
was.
knew what it was though. Shit.
I didn't really like it, but it was
Shit.
like
That was good shit.
I was
Keith Sweat.
forced in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to go to my aunt's house in Elm Park. And
Said, guy, that New
used
Jack
to play
New
that
Jack
shit
City on the New Jack City
on Friday,
yeah.
the
That's
project party was always at
Oh,
my
when they were
aunt.
frying fish.
It wasn't no fish.
They weren't frying fish and pulling tips.
It was just
That's what I
it was a
remember.
24 pack of natural ice.
Ooh, all right.
That's right.
All right.
All that shit.
Back then, it wasn't Coke 45.
No, natty.
Oh, okay.
That was the 40s.
My mama was on that Coke.
That was the
45.
40. That was the 40s.
Nigga was on that Schlitz
That-
liquor.
Yeah.
The Blue Bull.
That bull, yeah.
Couple cool niggas with the flat tops with the suede. They come up with the 40s. Yeah, that was that
At the
era.
BBS is on the car. Yeah,
All that shit, like old school. I ain't gonna say old school. It's old school now,
Old
but
school
you
now.
know, yeah. But all that type shit was getting played, and I was forced to it. You know what I'm saying? So
good shit, man. Good shit.
yeah.
So now you at the point where you talking about this point now where you're in middle school and gospel, pretty much gospel music, church music,
Yeah.
New Jack Swing, some hip hop
Yeah.
is a big influence to you
R&B
creating.
too. Yeah.
R&B. And you know what? That's interesting you said Poison Clan, because I bet you one of your favorite songs, not favorite, most memorable songs was the one is in my nature.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
into the Poison Clan.
I knew,
Yeah.
that's probably
Soon
your
as you
most
said
memorable
that.
song.
Most definitely.
Hey, that shit
Because
was big, damn.
exactly, and that
Most definitely.
Yeah,
the
that shit
production
hard.
can give you a R&B feel too, but then they spitting on it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that was the main
Most
thing.
definitely.
That's
I had my
memorable to you.
favorites, and that was one of them.
Yeah, that's probably all our older
yeah.
siblings' favorite.
But yeah. But then when I moved with my aunt, I kind of got isolated from all that.
So what actual age was you when you moved, John?
It was my 6th grade year.
Okay.
My 6th grade year at middle school. I went from Howard Elementary to Dalewood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was rap or beat making in the played in, or it
It
hadn't
was.
came yet?
I was trying to create music, but I had no way to record it.
Okay.
You know
What
what,
was
I'm
you
saying?
creating with though?
My aunt had a
time?
piano.
And you just
I was just playing stuff.
Gotcha.
That's why you mimicking at the church.
James Elder, yeah.
James Elder, yeah.
And then I kind of got into when I met Kane my 6th grade year. You know what I'm saying too. It's crazy. I met my twin cousin Big Coop. Met Kane all in my 6th grade year.
Okay.
Shout out to Big Coop, man. R.I.P. Big Coop.
R.I.P. Big Coop.
My aunt had went over to his house because he had lost his little brother, his baby brother. And my aunt went over there and we introduced us, you know what I'm saying? Like, and same
So he's
age,
that family member that you didn't even know you had.
didn't even know.
Wow.
You know what
Until
I'm
y'all
saying?
seen each other.
Didn't even know.
But y'all parents and everybody else knew.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Y'all didn't. Y'all hadn't
always
met
like
each
that.
other.
Yeah. So birthday on the same day.
Yeah, that's
You like,
wild.
damn.
That's wild. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey,
so
hey, when I ain't gonna lie, I thought y'all was brothers when I first met y'all.
I did too.
Because
For
y'all
a
look
long
alike.
time.
a lot of people say that. But he was just so much bigger than me.
He was big cool. You were little cool back
right.
then.
And it's crazy. I'm like back then. I'm thinking I'm kind of tall and shit, but this
Till that
nigga
nigga came.
super.
Hey,
super
hey, you was a Chrysler 300.
right. Till Bentley
It looked
came.
like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up though.
Yeah. Most
You pull up, you
definitely.
like, damn.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I learned a lot. Like I learned a lot from Big Coop and Kane. You know what I'm saying. I met them in the 6th grade, so that kind of made me. When I met Kane, Kane was a rapping ass nigga then.
You rapping like in 6th grade? You were rapping?
He was rapping. I don't know where the shit came
that's what's
from.
up.
Everybody from our little clique knew he rapped.
Yeah.
But he used to rap. Like he wasn't scared. Like freestyle type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was about to ask him at his wedding on the bus freestyle, but yeah, he probably would.
Had you had done anything rap wise at that time? Like even just
Even
on your
wrote-
own?
you
like
hadn't wrote anything?
or rapped or
hell
anything?
hell nah.
So you meeting Kane, you amazed as shit.
Yeah. That kind of
That's smart.
it kind of fused everything, like my church shit, in the project shit, all that type shit with the music.
Yeah.
It kind of fused it together. Like, I want to create this.
He was the glue.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, damn, I see a vision. Now we can make some music.
Yeah.
But I didn't have shit to record on. We had a karaoke machine, you know what I'm saying? We was doing a little karaoke trick, you know, flip the tape over, put the stuff in there. It's a 2-tape.
Yeah.
And we was doing that shit, me, him, and Casey. I met Casey my 6th grade year too. Okay. Well, I met Kane. Kane introduced me to all the psychos.
Yeah.
Like the niggas rode over my aunt's house on bikes. I didn't even have a bike.
That's funny.
And
God damn, this nigga
And-
didn't have
and
a
you-
bike, man. We was
and-
right.
and you think about it.
Psychos.
yeah,
Hey,
and you
hey.
think about it, that shit was funny. These niggas 12 years old riding they bike across the whole city.
All over.
Shit, we
Everywhere.
yeah.
Nigga be at the mall on the bike.
Yeah,
man.
Stealing.
he skate like
Nah,
a motherfucker.
Nigga, he
You
skate
stay in
stealing like a
Eastdale.
motherfucker.
You stay in Eastdale.
Bro,
I
them
think you
niggas
ride your
ride.
bike.
Nah, but
Hey.
bro, that shit crazy though. Like
All over the city.
from then to now, nigga. When I was
Yeah.
like in the 5th, 6th grade,
Yeah.
I knew how to catch the bus to the mall.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we
yeah,
knew how
yeah,
to
most
do shit
definitely.
like that though.
Right.
Yeah,
By myself.
more independent.
Hell
We'll catch the bus downtown to Woolworth.
Riding our
Get off right there in Woolworth, go to
all
the
day.
parade.
riding our
Love
bike,
Woolworth.
riding our bike to
showed
North
us,
Chattanooga
yeah.
and shit.
But here we are, you meeting Kane, he introducing you, because at this time, I don't even actually know y'all.
Nah.
I'm in the same neighborhood, but I didn't know y'all until high school.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll talk about that when Kane.
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all till then.
Yeah.
But here you are now, you at Dalewood. You meet Kane, he rapping his ass off.
Yeah.
Casey rapping too, wasn't he? Yeah, Casey was rapping too
but
then.
didn't many people know like they knew Kane. Kane reminded people of Andre 3000.
Before Andre 3000.
Oh,
Or doing
it was during.
It was doing. Yeah.
Well,
It was during.
Because that was not, what, 94?
That came out in
they
90.
came. They first quick Outcast history. The Players Ball dropped on the LaFace Christmas album in '92.
Yeah. That's it.
And we remember it like I'm
So
gonna tell you.
you met Kane rapping in actually at that time period.
Yeah, around that
So
same
that's
time.
the same.
Because I'm gonna tell you this, like Kane, Casey, sometimes Mike D, they used to come on my house and we used to look at Rap City.
See, now you talking. It's
Hold on.
older then. You
Nah,
talking a little
it
older.
was something before that then. We used to
Young
look
TV
at
Raps.
BT and shit, and we seen the Southern Playalistic Cadillac music video.
So this had to be 93, 94. Y'all in the 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was that era.
I kind of my own timeline kind of goes off Outkast as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's how I know the years, because I be like, I remember when this came
Yeah.
out, we were doing this.
Right.
So.
But yeah, it was during that whole little time period. But like, it wasn't like he was trying to sound like Andre 3000.
No, he just naturally
He
did.
just naturally did. So when like they kind of got famous for it, he kind of rapping in the courtyard and stuff like that. You know, they were like, damn, Kane a rapping ass nigga. So he kind of got that thing, and Casey didn't really get the attention like Kane. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what influenced me to want to rap. Kane.
What's the history on the groove box though?
Uh,
And I'm asking that because
that's the first.
everybody know Kane is the one that inspired all of us in the neighborhood that was coming up on Grace's house to create music. But how did you start like actually producing hip hop tracks? Like, cause when I come up there, I see this little groove box.
All right.
Everything is new to me.
So this how that happened. My aunt, she first tried to give me a keyboard from Radio Shack. I don't know if y'all remember Radio
Is that it
Shack.
right there in the corner?
Nah.
I'm just wondering.
I still use that. That's one of my babies over there.
Radio Shack used to be high as a motherfucker.
Man,
Yeah?
for nothing.
Hey, God, hey.
So
You got
On
some
Brainerd
from Radio
Road.
Shack, you was rich.
On Brainerd Road. Radio Shack on Brainerd
right,
Road.
right there
It was
by
one
the
on 58 too.
Yeah, by the Washington.
Yeah.
Outside the Babazon.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Exactly.
So right there. But that was the first thing she bought. And then I was trying to create, but the thing is, like them keyboards that have sequencers. Sequencers was like what you can actually navigate a song through, formate a song. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't have that. So that was the problem. Like I'm like, damn. So I'm in the band at Dalewood. You know what I'm saying?
What was you playing? You was playing the trumpet too at Dalewood?
It's funny, me and Terrence came in the band playing the baritone.
Terrence
which
was
is the
Kane,
brass-
by the way.
Kane, yeah, my bad. Kane, he we both played the baritone. We was terrible. The funny thing, shout out to Bobby Anderson, man. One of my first band teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Anderson.
He used to. It was funny. Like he wasn't a mean teacher. He was a cool teacher, but he was very disciplined. And everybody that know Kane know he played a lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
He was playing then.
And he got in trouble, made Miss Neely fall.
Yeah, that's
Miss
classic.
Neely.
That's 8th grade.
Hey, we got to say that when he get up here.
That's classic.
You got to say that.
But yeah. But it's another funny story about him being like, we was terrible, man. I'm talking about like Mr. Brian. Damn.
And what grade y'all in at this point?
6th grade.
6th grade. You
We
still
was
in
so
okay.
terrible, he kind of separated us from the other people in the band because we was like terrible.
Y'all play in the band.
Yeah. I'll move over here. Y'all ain't doing it right.
Nigga unplugged your mic.
Right. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? But we started out like that, but kind of fast forward, it went from the keyboard at Radio Shack, and then it went to Groovebox. Which the Groovebox, it didn't have a sequencer, but it was a way that you could make a pattern on this and then like move it to this. So it was like it was a long way of doing things when I did a beat. You know what I'm saying?
But it got done.
It got done. I'm always one of the ones where I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find my way. Even with this podcast shit, like I had to find a way to record the stuff, edit the show and stuff like that. And I find a format, and that's what I go by and make it easy.
So you had the group. When I first met you, you was like when I met you, was already
This is
doing
high
tracks.
school.
You got the Groovebox in high school.
Yeah. that was
Oh,
in
okay.
high
I was
school.
going to say. So you had that
Nah, I
Groovebox
didn't
at
have,
Deadwood?
nah, definitely not at Deadwood. Nah. I just had them Radio Shack keyboards at Deadwood.
So let me go back a little bit to Deadwood on one more question.
Yeah.
You said y'all was terrible in the band.
It's terrible.
How did you find the trumpet?
Good
That-
question.
Well, if you're familiar with band, all brass instruments are similar. Baritone got 3 valves, trumpet got 3 valves. Same scale, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy to kind of
Transition to
yeah.
that?
So later on, like 8th grade at Deadwood, at church, my aunt met Tracy Hill.
Okay.
Miss Hill.
Yeah, everybody know Miss Hill.
She was at Mount Canaan, came to Mount Canaan or whatever, and my aunt introduced me to her, like, and I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming to Brainerd, and that was probably her first year at Brainerd,
Oh, okay.
my freshman year. I'm like, I'm coming to Brainerd, cause she had told my aunt that she was going to Brainerd to be a band teacher or whatever.
Band director. or some
Band
shit?
director, yeah. So I'm like, I'm coming to Brainerd. I remember that day at church. I was so excited. I'm telling her, and I didn't talk to nobody, but the thing about me, when I can relate to you in some way, I'll talk your ear off.
Yeah, I know.
All y'all know.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm still this way, like today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
as an adult
today,
man,
I'm
you
not
feel that way.
Yeah. So I wasn't shy or nothing because like my aunt telling me she's a band director, she's musically inclined, she does this, she does that. So I'm so excited. I'm telling her, and I'm pretty sure she remember this story. I was just excited, like telling her I'm coming to Brainerd, this, that, this, and that. But to answer your question, I moved to the trumpet in the 8th grade at Deadwood.
And you just found your niche with the trumpet.
I like the trumpet because the trumpet get all the melodies.
Okay.
The trumpet get like like when you playing band stuff, you kind of get the chorus, this, that, this, and that. The trumpet or the saxophones get the verse. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
That makes a
So,
lot of sense. You saying
yeah.
that, Reggie. I don't know if you ever realized this because you always get his beat, the beat pack from him, like you get the CDs and shit, right?
Oh, that was the whole time.
Yeah,
Back
not
then.
no more.
I mean, back at that time
He don't
period.
give them to me no
but
more.
did you always? Because even my wife used to say this. Coop loved the horns.
Yeah.
I always do anything you produce. We always knew, okay, that came from Coop, just from the horns.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why?
Yeah. The horns is like, I love the anthem sound. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Once you get into that band, the band geek shit, You know, what's the girl, American Pie? She like, 1 year at band camp. Once you get
at band camp?
Once you get into that band geek shit, you love them. I fell in love with the anthems, and ain't nothing like them horns, man. The way you put them together, and then like, it's funny, cause chords from what James Elder was doing, I didn't realize the chords until high school, and where you had 3 sections of the trumpets, and we all playing something different. But the way that shit sound together, that anthem shit, the melodies, the harmonies and shit, how they came together, I just fell in love with it. So I put that with the beats once I got some equipment that I can really format it and put it together where I can add more sounds. You know what I'm saying?
So this is all in high school by this time.
High school.
So when you in high school, you reflecting back on what y'all say his name?
James Elder.
I'm about to call this nigga James Earl. I don't know why I'm about to call this nigga.
Pop quiz right quick. Let me see if this actually worked.
Okay.
Psychology with this.
Okay.
What's your favorite Outkast song?
My favorite Outkast, it ain't that.
It ain't Spotty. Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
It ain't that.
That was straight horns.
Straight horns.
Straight horns.
Yeah, it ain't that.
But it is a record that's the most
Iconic.
It's the most iconic.
It is. I love that song. But it ain't my favorite Outkast.
Okay, I was just trying to check on that because the horn thing is.
If you were just for people to know, like the Psychos and our whole crew and all that stuff and the Motivation Squad, we were really big Outkast fans. So it's hard for us to pick their favorite.
Yeah,
their favorite one.
That discography is crazy.
It's like saying pick your favorite kid.
That's easy for me.
You don't. Hold on. Let me say this. You don't suppose to answer, but you don't suppose to.
Hold on.
The mother shouldn't. The mother shouldn't.
He actually being truthful.
The mother shouldn't answer probably.
I think all parents can be truthful.
No, I'm saying I'm
That's easy for
saying
me.
me and my pops and my siblings, we go through this shit now because he don't want to be truthful and be honest.
But see,
my mom will.
We done had whole conversations of, bro,
man,
you favor this one more.
I'm gonna take it.
And he try to act like we all equal, but it's not true.
I'm gonna take it from Uncle Phil, episode on Fresh Prince. When it was an episode where all his 3 of his kids was asking who the favorite, this and that, and he was saying what he liked about each one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what you supposed to.
But I like something better than something else.
Hold on.
But that's your opinion.
But hold on. But even though if you like something in each one, you still gonna like one more than the other.
Before we get back, since we off topic,
That's right.
Since we off topic, before we get back on, I'm gonna say it like this. It's almost like, you know how people say they have multiple best friends?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you really can't have more than one best friend.
Right.
You only can have one.
One best friend.
That's it.
I mean the best.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's the best, it's only one.
You have a lot of friends.
All right.
Yeah. But I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like this shit about you. I like this. No, but it's only one best. That's just what it is.
Yep.
Now, the loophole to me that we have as men,
even if it's on a male and female scale, or
it's only
it's different.
It don't matter. It's a human being.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's only now the loophole. I think the loophole is you my best friend, right?
Yeah.
I think you can graduate from being my best friend to being my brother.
Right. Okay, that is true.
And now you move into my best friend spot.
Mm-hmm.
See,
so
now
like
I don't see you as my friend anymore. I see you as my family now.
Yeah.
So like promotion.
See, exactly. That's just my personal take on it. So when we talk about the kids and all that, which one's the best? Nah, nigga, it's one best.
Well, see, that's when you did the introduction to the segment today.
Yes.
You said my homeboy, my home. I look at it all y'all like brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But moving on.
But let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
So here we are in high school. Groove Box.
Groove Box in high school.
Groove Box in high school, right?
On that.
I can't remember when I got the Groove Box. I'm thinking
was y'all rapping at that point, or y'all still wasn't rapping?
Was rapping.
Yeah, it's rapping.
But we didn't have a Groove Box. The first machine I got to actually make beats on was a beat machine from the assistant music director at Brainerd, Mr. Bagley.
Oh wow!
I don't know if y'all remember.
I remember Mr. Bagley.
Okay.
So that piece of equipment was the first time you actually produced?
I don't know that nigga.
You know he don't know that nigga from outside of town.
What's that? What he?
He from the east
I'm
side.
from the-
He just
I'm
think
from
he
the
just think
east side.
no. He from the other side. He a through the tunnel.
Right.
Nigga.
Oh,
Man, we used to call them the through the tunnel niggas. That's
Avondale,
all the
Amazon,
east.
Avondale,
Avondale. See, we on the
almost
east
say
side.
Amazon.
right.
Nah, hey,
I'm gonna say
better
Amazon.
get our shit right, nigga.
Oh, y'all gonna
Avondale.
gang me, nigga? I call the police on y'all.
See, I
ass.
don't.
Right.
See, they the through the tunnel niggas. That's what you call them.
Right.
Them niggas through the Wilcox.
The only time we went through the tunnel was to get church's chicken.
And that was the only time y'all better came.
Go to
go to church.
Mount Canaan.
Go to
That was the only-
Canaan. And
Go to
That was the only
church.
time y'all better
Yeah.
came through
Because
the
y'all
tunnel.
had a lot of churches over there. That Churchville.
Yeah, right.
All the
All
things.
up
Oh, I thought you were talking about Church's Chicken.
No, no,
'cause
no,
our
no,
church chicken
churches.
was fire.
Church
Period.
chicken
It
and
was
It's a
church
church on every block.
and worship. Then go down 3rd Street. Churchville.
Right.
Okay, so
here
all
we
right,
are.
Hold on, ninth grade was it rap or so y'all was
Yeah, we
rapping
was
in the
rapping,
ninth grade?
but it was like
you ain't
on
had no means to make no beats though. Still,
Not like
Not like you wanted to.
in a structure.
When did you get the equipment from the assistant band director?
It was a beat machine.
I mean, what? This in the 9th grade too, or this sophomore
I'm
year?
thinking this is 9th, 10th grade.
Okay.
One of those. And that was more like what people was using in real studios type stuff. And you can format it and sequence it. You know what I'm saying? Got that. And then I used to record the beats on tape. And then still was doing the karaoke thing where you play the beat in this tape and then record it with the other tape. It was a dual tape. It was crazy how we did it. It's crazy.
But you made it work.
We made it work.
Were you actually rapping then, or you were just
Yeah,
making the
most
beats?
definitely. I was rapping. Ever since I met Kane, I was rapping.
Okay.
Yeah, I was rapping. And first thing, it was funny. Me, Kane, and Jason Holmes is really first to rap.
That's funny.
It's funny. And,
First to rap or first to record?
Instantly bust that laugh.
I can't say first to record,
First to record.
like on the karaoke thing.
so let me go and just get my question out. The way.
Yeah,
You know
run
what
that
I'm saying?
shit.
So
Yeah, buddy.
y'all was 6th, 7th grade.
Uh-huh.
All right, first verse. Okay, you already answered it for me. Well, let me do it. You don't need to do
Well,
it.
I can do it. You asked the question.
That's his first verse right
You
there.
did it with too much energy, bro.
Hold on, cause
That nigga put too much on that bitch.
now,
almost broke the button.
now all of a sudden, soon as I hear your voice, it's
Hey,
Hey, that's kind of like it's singing in the choir. Go ahead, hit one more time.
go ahead. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
hey.
I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good.
Well,
at it.
hold on. Okay, well, let me ask you a question, cause
I wasn't good at it.
so your first rap you wrote, did you know anything as far as the
Counting the
the
bars.
count and the
all that.
bars and
That's a
all
good
that?
one. I was
or
wondering
did
that too.
Nah,
Song structure.
Yeah.
we learned that from the band. I know.
So you did, like when you wrote your first rap, you did
I
know.
think me and
as far
Kane
as-
learned we learned that from the band, like cause in the band you start reading measures and stuff, and you be like, one measure, that ain't nothing but a bar.
Cause I was gonna give you grace if you didn't really know the structure and you was just writing something. Like that's different. Like you don't
No,
really.
now and at that time we weren't like, man, we got to write 8 bars.
Yeah,
Nah,
that was, okay.
You just rap.
we just rap.
I give you some grace then.
So what we started off with
remember
was
what it-
we was
what it
rapping.
was?
We would go, even at that time, we would go to Cats. I would get instrumentals. I would
Shout
get
out.
instrumentals.
Cats
Like on
King.
singles, I don't know if y'all know, they had a single section. And
Around.
yeah, and it's like whatever single we heard on the TV, BET or whatever out, I would get that and they had the instrumental. on
Instrumental.
it.
Yeah.
So we would take that instrumental and rap on them.
All right, so let me, I got another question. Be honest too.
I'm honest.
All right, you first started rapping.
Yeah.
What was your style? I don't think you sound how
that's
you
a
sound
good
now.
one.
Like what was your
What was
your
your
style?
style?
Did you try to emulate anybody or what?
Because
what
most
was your
people do.
style?
Because Kanye wasn't there yet.
9 times out of 10, somebody's really trying to emulate somebody.
That's how everybody started,
Because they
though.
hear, yeah, because they
I'm
hearing
gonna
somebody
tell
else.
you what.
Who was the rapper?
No. I'm gonna tell you like this. The funny thing is, me, Kane, Casey, we all like
Jason Holmes. Don't leave Jason Holmes.
Jason
out.
Holmes, but Jason Holmes wasn't like in the neighborhood. Jason Holmes
Yeah,
stayed
Jason is staying
in
East
Kemp
Dade.
Drive.
Yeah.
So we was like daily. Like Jason Holmes, like
At
we
school.
go over his house on a weekend or something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But daily, every like after school, these niggas coming up pulling their back. That was like, you know what I'm saying, Kane, Casey. But But we started, well, they been knew Big T. Big T used to play Memphis music all the time.
Yep.
you
So
know, 3 6
Memphis, 3-6, Black, I can't even think of all them.
Crunchy Black.
Skinny Pimp.
Yeah, Kingpin, Skinny Pimp,
Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, all them type people.
Tila.
How they used to, nah, not Tila.
Tila one.
But
Nah,
he
nah,
wasn't
that
there
was the
yet.
time.
He wasn't there yet. It was almost, but it was dope.
Gangsta Black,
Okay, yeah.
Gangsta Black, them type people with 3-6 and all them, the way they was rapping, that's what we kind of sound like. The
Okay.
funny thing.
And to be honest, it's funny you bring that up because in the early days of Kane spitting, like when I heard him, it was Andre 3000.
Yeah.
I assumed, because I knew everybody when I met y'all was 3-6 ass niggas.
Yeah. The funny thing,
And
like,
I assumed that's how all the music sound.
yeah, with Kane them, it's like Kane can rap fast.
Yeah.
3-6 had a thing where, like, you know what I'm saying, they had slow beats, so they had to rap fast
Yep.
sometimes. Now, all of them didn't rap fast. A lot of them just stayed slow and did what they did. But, like, the slow beats they made, niggas had to rap fast on them.
Right.
I couldn't rap fast at all. At all.
So I wouldn't say you can rap fast, but you couldn't back then.
Nah, definitely not back then.
That's one of my favorite verses of yours when you was rapping fast. I
But
tell
see,
you the song.
that's the thing, though. Like, I always wanted to rap fast. So, like, on every project I did, I had a song on there where we rapping fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was just one of them things that's because the shit I couldn't do before,
Yeah.
I wanted to do
You
then.
finally can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, it was kind of all over the place. It wasn't like Kane. So that was like I always looked at like Kane right here. That's where I need to be.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying.
So your first verse was trash. Okay.
definitely.
We got that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Trash.
But he was emulating the 3-6 sound.
3-6.
Yeah.
And I can see why it was
Yeah.
trash.
Well,
Even
when-
though I love 3-6, them my
Yeah.
niggas, them my homies.
But when we went to go play basketball, Terrence, Big T, we call him. That's our OG psychos. He had a green scoop, and he would pick us up, go play basketball around the neighborhood. Whoever had a rim or whatever, the centers, you know what I'm
Going to
saying? We going to hoop. He in there, and he had a box. This what made me a bass head.
Okay.
So this what made me a bass head too. And the thing about it though, like the beat, the drum machine and all that Mr. Bagby let me use didn't have the bass that 3-6 was using.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I'm like, I need something else. Ask my aunt, hey, I need some studio equipment. And the thing is, I was so antisocial. She like, I'm like, me and my friends want to do this. We went to LM Music, and that's when the groove box, the
Okay.
303 groove box.
Yeah.
That's the first one, the 303 groove box. She bought that, you know what I'm saying? Then I kind of learned that, did what I did, started making beats. Now we thinking we doing something because we creating our own music.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Everything is original now.
Yeah, we put it on tape.
So shout out to Ungrace, man.
Most
'Cause
definitely.
she had the foresight to see, hey,
This boy gonna be something.
my nephew / son is gonna
That-
gonna make his friends or he see his friends through music. So I'm gonna go on and get him what I need to get him.
Honestly, I think she
That's
did
what's
it
up.
because it kind of helped me be sociable.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I tell you, bro, it was like people thought I couldn't talk. At one point,
Yeah, I
you know
mean,
what I'm saying?
Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
Same thing.
Nah, this ain't this way.
hold on. See, it was kind of
So
quiet.
then we in high school, you know what I'm saying? Got the groove box, and you know what I'm saying. Then I got good with that, and the motherfucker broke. You know, I go in the motherfucker, take the shit apart and this and that, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker broke, and that's when my aunt went back to LM Music.
Shout out to L&M Music.
Yeah, and she got me the 505 and then the 4-track recorder.
Okay, so that's the equipment when I first came.
That's the.
I didn't know it was a groove box before that.
Yeah, it had broke. I took it apart and everything, trying to get it to working. But that's when the 505 groove box. That's the one iconic groove box. You know what I'm saying? The one I made Wild Out on.
I would say that's the one the biggest record in the city was made
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
what grade was this? 11
this 12th grade.
So when did y'all? Okay, so
This
when?
12th grade.
Yeah, 'cause when did y'all
Nah,
meet?
hold on. Yeah, I'm
I
saying
thought
so.
that's 12th
So
grade.
when did y'all come in? What? Because
When
y'all
I
was
met
rapping when you was
Coop,
in high school.
or when? No, for me that's different.
You wasn't
actually.
rapping in high school?
No.
Okay.
I actually, if you probably don't remember this, but I actually met you at Stephen Hart house. We was all over there. It was my senior year.
Right by your dad's house.
Yeah, you know, they stay
I
next
remember
door.
now. Yeah.
I met you over there, and it was
Okay.
me, you, Kane, Mike D, Big Man.
He was on the bikes.
Nah, we had cars. We got cars then.
I didn't have a car then.
Oh, you didn't. That's right.
Yeah.
But we driving then. So yeah, we was all over there in that Steve and grandmama house.
Okay.
That's when I actually met you, and I had met Kane. Like we took a class together, and I ain't like that nigga at first. But
Can't wait till that nigga get
I can't wait because I didn't know that nigga was from Eastdale. You know, at the time I didn't know he was from our neighborhood.
Yeah.
But when I meet him, they wouldn't. When I met him, he was already everybody rapping.
Oh, okay. So
He
they was
already making
deep
beats.
into it.
But I hadn't been up to Aunt Grace's house then. By the time I came up to Aunt Grace's house, man, I was already.
You was out of high school.
I was out of high school,
Okay,
man. I had a child and everything when I
Okay.
came up there.
So that's why it had to be 12th grade when I made Wild Out.
Nah.
It had to be.
It was the summer. It was the summer after you graduated.
Oh, okay. That's
It was in
what-
between.
Because I was at TSU.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
You was in
You
school.
was-
when
yeah.
you did
But
that.
yeah,
I wasn't.
it was either
that
the
summer.
It was the summer right before.
Going to.
I'm gonna tell
Right
you, it
before
was,
you
it
was
was
getting
that
ready to go
summer.
to,
It was that
TSU.
summer. I'm gonna tell you what it was.
Well, I didn't find out you made it until we was in school.
It was that
maybe that's
summer.
my time.
It was that summer because that summer we going crazy in the studio, psychos. Because I'm like, man, I'm finna go to TSU. We got to get it in, and we was going crazy. I think we was working on a project or something. But what I used to do is make a whole bunch of beats by myself, and then when they come around, I play them, like present it to them, like, and they pick which ones we gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Or
more
I had-
rappers up here at this time.
Yeah,
too.
it's way more rappers. Turk,
Turk,
Tater Boy,
Newfie,
Newfie,
JoJo.
JoJo, Mike D,
Yeah.
Nell Blair, my nigga Nelson.
Nelson, yeah.
Yeah,
They was out.
Y'all had a Wu-Tang type.
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For real.
Damn.
And me and Big Man really ain't even up there at this time.
not like
Yeah,
that.
then
Nah,
y'all-
we not
y'all-
even up there yet.
So,
Yeah.
like, I would make all these beats, go crazy, make all these beats. I remember, man, I used to get a bowl of chili, big ass gallon of golden gallon down the street.
Yep, right down
One of
the
them big
street.
ass dollar juice dollars for a gallon.
Yeah.
Get one of them and just go crazy in the studio making beats by myself. Them niggas come up there smoked out at night. You know what I'm saying? We used to be up all night. They come through, I play the beats. I tell them if I got an ideal or something.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes like Mike D, he real creative. He'll come
Yeah.
up with something. JoJo and Newfie, what like they was really like, if you have an idea, they can add to it.
Yeah, they can latch on.
Yeah, that's how they was. But you know what I'm saying? Tater Boy, he was in his own world. He was the oldest out of all us, and he already
Which is
knew what he
Kane's
wanted to
older
do.
brother.
That's
And
Kane's
he can
older
rap
brother.
his ass off too.
Yeah, he was a rapping ass nigga. But he like they would all listen to the beats, and I remember playing Wild Out, and they was like, "Nah, that ain't us." They didn't like it. So my homeboy Terrence Bell, he hung with Mike D. Now. He came up there.
T-Bill.
He was like, he went to Mount Canaan too.
Yeah, I'm saying he from Mount Canaan.
Yeah.
Shout out to T-Bill.
But you know, I didn't talk to nobody at Mike Canaan. So, but he hung with Mike D. Nim, so I'm like, okay, he cool. But he came up to the house. He's like, hey man, I got a nigga that want to buy some beats. I'm like, I ain't sold no beats. I don't know how to do that. And then he
So
brought.
whoa. So Wild Out's the first track you ever sold?
Yeah, that's the first time. First time I ever got some money.
First out the gate.
That's what
I made some.
Hey,
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you.
Lil Rel made your ass popping it because he
Yeah,
killed that
he
shit.
did.
Probably sold that shit.
Shout out Lil Rel. That nigga had your ass popping.
$15.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna tell you, he bought like 3-4 beats. He picked out 3-4 beats and gave me $75.
Damn.
It's crazy.
First time you ever, Lil Rel is the first person you ever sold a track to.
Yeah,
That's what.
and that's what like.
Shout out Lil Rel.
Hey, shout out Lil Rel.
Yeah,
You need
shout out
to
Lil Rel. He coming up here. He
Shout out
gonna
Lil
come up
Rel.
here. He already said it. And you just gotta schedule it. But yeah, Lil Ray, the first I sold, he gave me $75 for like 3 or 4 beats, and all of them went on his first CD.
That's what's up.
Oh, the joint that came out in
Swerve
Kansas
on them and all that. Yeah,
I didn't even know you made all of that.
yeah, it was like 4 beats on there or something. And then that's when he
They went after consignment, boy.
yeah, yeah. I ain't get no money off of that because that's the
Hey,
way
that nigga, he got a Chattanooga classic though.
Yeah, most definitely. And
Like
that's
forever.
what got everybody. That's what got everybody like wanting the Coop beat. It's funny because after that, well, I gotta tell y'all the story of how I figured out Wild Out got hot. Mike D pulled up over there. He and his daddy truck or whatever. Hey man, he said, "Nigga got a hit on your shit." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "That nigga Red got a hit on your shit." I said, "What? Shit, ain't nobody said nothing to me or nothing." Said, "Nigga, everybody eat chat banging that shit, nigga. Like that shit crazy, nigga. Niggas riding down in Regals and shit, hanging out the window type shit. Like until we went to Second City, I think we went to Second City,
Club Second City.
and that was the first time I heard like other people playing some shit I made.
Hey, that Wild Out was a movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about niggas hanging out the windows, this type shit. I'm like, damn. But the fucked up part about it, he didn't tell people I made the beat. Now, Block, he recorded it. He recorded the first Wild Out at Fam Studios.
Okay.
He recorded over there. I don't know how Tricky Slim and TK found out. I think it was Block. Because once it was a hit, I think he had to go to Block to mix it.
Okay. Because I thought Block had something to do with the
Block
recording
mixed
process
it.
of engineering or something.
And Block told TK and Al that some nigga named Coop made the beat. TK know Coop from my big brother
Yeah.
on some Southside shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somehow, I guess like me and my brother stayed together. So
Oh, he put it together because they call your big brother Coop.
yeah,
So he
They
just put 2 and 2 together.
they call him Coop DeVille.
Yeah, because he drove the Cadillacs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that nigga drove the Cadillac.
He drove the Cadillac DeVille.
Right.
But yeah, so he knew TK or whatever, and TK came up to the house like, "Hey man, you the one made the Wild Out?" I'm like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, I want to buy some beats from you." I'm like, "Shit, let's go." You know what I'm saying? Then
So TK the second nigga.
TK and Al, they was working on their project.
Boss Players.
Yeah, Boss Players.
Exactly.
And shout out to them.
Oh, hell yeah.
They came, man, TK and Al, when I tell you, they supported me through college.
Yeah,
They supported you through college.
they did.
Dog.
They did.
Woo. TK, Al, later on, Mike J.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember,
Okay.
I
Mike
remember
J
you talking
took it
about
over
him.
the top,
I remember
though.
you talking about him a lot. Yeah.
Mike J took it over the top. Like 15 beats at a time. Nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I remember that.
Slow down, Mike J.
Yeah.
Slow down. And it's crazy. Like Mike J, one of them niggas, like he know what he want. And he didn't want that much. And it's crazy. When I say this to people, he wanted the Gucci Man sound before Gucci Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he actually had that potential to be that
Yeah.
already. He was already the vibe to me that Gucci and everybody love about Gucci Man. When I came up there and Mike J was in the studio,
Yeah.
he already had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Like-
already that before Gucci Man to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hustling ass nigga on talking that street shit on shit. You know what I'm saying? But he always wanted a lot of bass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the easiest shit for me to make. Because
nigga-
I'm a bass head.
Right.
That nigga was literally our own Gucci Man.
Yeah. And it's crazy, but yeah, I started selling beats around, and you know how it is when you make a hit. When you make something real known,
Yeah.
people reaching out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They reaching out. So that's when I kind of started getting popular with the beats and shit. So I'm like trying to put out this group, Psychos, and sell these beats to everybody too. You know what I'm saying?
So all right. So at this time period as well, because I remember the whole now when the Lil Real, the Wild Out beat gets sold, when Lil Real make the hit, I'm up there, but not up there as much.
Yeah.
But I'm around. I'm in the studio with y'all then.
Yeah.
But when did it seemed like to me out of the blue? How did the Fam Records relationship come about? Cause it seemed like one day, nigga, nobody even told me shit. This thing I know, it's a fucking commercial. and y'all niggas was in a fam commercial. And I'm like, damn, that my partner then.
JoJo, well, we kind of started organizing psychos. We was like, Tater Boy gonna be a solo.
So this all before the fam shit, because I remember
this is like right before that, we kind of separated, and it wasn't separated, we was just kind of organizing the groups. Because it was a whole bunch of niggas up there.
Yeah.
So now we kind of...
Put some order in here.
We put some order in. So even before then, y'all was kinfolk.
Yeah, because it was some order in the beginning. It was you and Mike D was actually the Don ones.
Don ones. Chuck Stars, JoJo and Nufi.
Kinfolk, all
Tater
that
Boy solo.
Yeah.
Turk solo. Kinfolk.
Was Nelson solo?
Nelson was solo.
What about what's that nigga name? The fireman.
8IL.
Yeah. See, he comes. All right,
He come a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little later.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's still in the
comes a little
Wu-Tang area, but it was kind of later on.
So he came like when you was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
this
most
the
definitely.
college days.
Okay.
Yeah. So we was like, Psycho is gonna be me, Mike D, Nufi, JoJo. Them four. JoJo, I don't know if it's his uncle or cousin.
He relates to somebody.
Housewolf ran Fam Studios.
Yeah.
They recorded all the Vinny shit you heard, all the Shorty P shit you heard, you know what I'm saying, Mild the Pimp, all that shit you heard.
He was
I
engineering it.
I don't know if he recorded Mild the Pimp stuff, because Mild the Pimp was recording somewhere else. But he was the engineer up there.
When you got up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got up there, they heard I made the Wild Out beat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know one of them things where you know they just want you.
Yeah.
But I was on some loyalty shit.
Yeah.
Everybody got to come.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know the conversation him and JoJo had, but it turned into they wanted to fuck with the Psychos.
Okay.
And then, you know what I'm saying? So we went up there on some, let's see what this do.
Yeah.
Now, my sister always told me don't sign a contract. I never did sign a contract.
I was gonna ask you was one ever presented.
Yeah.
So Shorty presented a contract.
I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. This is some funny ass shit. It's a funny story. So while we was up there at Fam, I'm one of them people I learned very quick on what I like. I love recording and shit. I went up there and learned they programs and shit. Quick as hell. Running that shit like a pro. Being creative with that shit, Housewolf didn't like that.
Oh.
So Housewolf used to change the password to the computers and shit.
Okay, I remember that shit.
And I'm like, now Housewolf attitude, I can't turn back on. It was pretty much like, these niggas ain't signing the contract. So shit, that's the shit he said, Shorty. Shorty's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, niggas make good music, nigga. Let's do it. Like, so I'm calling Shorty like, man, what's up? The goddamn password changed and all this and that. Man, I don't know, man. Let me call Housewolf. This, and that. So get up there. It was just all that, you know what I'm saying? But
I get to the point where you was able to, because I recall I went up there with you to record at least 3 times in Fam. And it was, in 2 of those times, it was just us.
Yeah.
How did you get to the point where you had keys?
Right.
And we were in there recording, it was just us. And I'm like, whoa.
I didn't have a key.
Somebody was letting us in or
Shorty
something.
would come open the door and
yeah,
leave.
that's right. He did.
Yeah, Shorty would come open the door and leave.
let us go in.
This is the time where Big Vinny was out. They had that CD.
The Rock On?
That was out. Because I remember when I was up there, people come to the studio like, man, white boys from Macaulay, they coming up there like, goddamn, where this CD at? Like, that's how I know that Big Vinny CD was so iconic in the city.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was crazy. So they was coming up there buying that, and Shorty had released this CD too. That's the one, the For My Niggas. Hold on. Like, Shorty had a song on there. I can't remember. That's the one, I'm a Psycho Nigga. The Screw thing.
Yeah,
favorite.
I'm a psycho nigga.
One of my favorite Psycho songs.
So that was actually
shit
on
hard.
Shorty's CD.
Oh, that was on his CD?
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't know it was
But
on
you
his
end up putting it on y'all compilation.
Exactly.
Okay.
The funny thing, Vinny's
Yeah,
supposed
hey, that song was
Vinny's
hard.
supposed to been on that song.
I remember you told me that.
Vinny was supposed to been on
Said
there.
he ended up getting locked up right before.
Got locked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
That shit would have been hard with him. On
Hell
that
yeah.
motherfucker.
I ain't gonna
It was
go into
already
detail
hard
about that
anyway,
shit.
but
Right.
I'll tell you that story off pipe. But
hey, that's wild.
so find out, you know what I'm saying, Vinny had to go do some time, whatever. So Mike D was like, Shorty, you should get on that motherfucker.
Mike D always say it that heart, nigga. He'll say that shit.
And
Don't
it's
kill
like,
him.
Shorty got on there, he did good too. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Shorty got a straight verse on that
Yeah.
motherfucker though.
Yeah.
And we recorded that, and
That's one of my favorite songs.
yeah, and we did that, and I think that was after we getting comfortable up there now,
Yeah, when I came up there, y'all was already comfortable.
because we did the dubs over the curve, all that.
All
and
that,
then
yeah.
And
All that shit
Shorty
was
actually
recorded.
printed up.
Yeah, that's the first song I ever heard of the Psychos.
Shorty printed that up,
Dubs over the
and
curve.
we felt like
No,
superstars.
that ain't. Was it the Chattanooga song or the Dubs Over the Curve, the one y'all let out first?
The
we
Chattanooga
did.
song is that the name you talking. I'm a part of.
It was
now.
one.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
Dubs
after-
over the curve
that was
before.
so
I'm,
Dubs Over the Curve
Yeah.
was first.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was before that.
Yeah.
I be getting them kind of they meshed
that's
together.
the song. That's actually called Chop It Up.
Yeah.
That record called Chop It Up.
Oh,
That's
was
the
a
record
single.
that was playing when I said, "Oh shit, y'all fucking with fam," and I seen it on the commercial.
They made a commercial.
I remember
And this one, commercials in chat was kind of popular.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They showing these commercials on BET. Like,
I
you know what I'm
remember
saying?
that.
Shorty good at marketing. Like, he's a genius. Like, he know his people. He know how to promote to his people.
Him and D Scott.
Him and D Scott, most definitely. Shorty one of them people where he see other people do it, and he like, I ain't gonna recreate the wheel. Shit, I'm just gonna add to it some gangster shit to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was a genius at that. Good at marketing. D Scott like one of the best marketing people ever
To this day.
to this day. For
sure.
But kind of get it going because we got a long story. But we was at fam. That's when this is the first time Coop really had, I ain't gonna say resentment, but friction amongst friends. We was just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, we were.
Because they seen us on the commercial, and I think Tater Boy, Turk,
Just some of the other artists.
the other artists didn't really like it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't we was still all like together, but it was just like, these niggas paying for this.
They just felt like they were kind of left out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean that at all, you know what I'm saying? But I understood what was going on, whatever. But moving on, the thing with fam didn't work out because fam came to the point where like, hey man, you're gonna have to get these contracts signed. And we was like, nah, I ain't signing no contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess with me being like the leader, so-called threw up the leader,
Yeah. You're the music leader.
yeah, so it was like, that's a no-go. So we went back to the drawing board. We started back recording at the house again. You know what I'm saying?
This is the time
This
when
is when
I become full time up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we Wu-Tang full-time. We kind of see structure. We actually talking about putting stuff out. So we worked on a project, and that's the project with the Chattanooga on there.
Okay.
And even that went through its phases
Yeah.
because the original photo shoot, like shout out my nigga A.L, but he
Yeah.
was in the original photo shoot
Uh-huh.
for that. And then we started tweaking things, so we just kind of saw him as more of a solo artist.
Yeah.
How he rap. He has such a East Coast New York sound.
Yeah.
And-
So-
because he from New York, he from Buffalo, New York.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just had such a
Griselda, baby.
He
sir.
such a Benny the Butcher sound.
Hey,
Think about it. This nigga had
baby.
not as gangster as Benny the Butcher, but that rhyme pattern and everything was so much
And
like
I
that.
think he came up there through Kane.
He actually did come through
Yeah,
Kane. We
he
met him
came-
through
he came.
Kane.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and then like we had that thing where once you cool, like you family. You know what I'm saying? And 8 out of there came up there, but we kind of slimmed the Psychos. That well, I ain't gonna say slim down. It was us,
People just kind of stopped
Big
showing up.
Man, and Ken. It was Mike D, me, Newfie, JoJo, Big Man, Ken
Okay.
on that red CD.
Yeah, on the red CD.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one with the CHA, TTA.
Okay, yeah.
That's that song, all that on there. You know what I'm saying? So we really got
That song
into.
hard.
But that structure, I ain't gonna lie, that structure of even doing that project came from like fam.
Yeah.
Like just seeing what they was actually making CDs, pushing them out.
Yeah.
We were like, shit, we can do that.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It was
Put our own
hard.
resources together,
Well, it wasn't a lot of resources. It was
but we had some though.
yeah. It was like being that's when we started going to block. It was on Median Circle right there.
Yeah, that's in the
In
basement.
the house. That's
Block in the basement.
The beginning block. If niggas know the beginning block stage, you know what I'm saying?
I know that.
We was up there. Psychos was up there. That's when but they helped out because while we doing music of our own up there, people like, damn, we still want these beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was making beats for us, everybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we get into that. But yeah,
Was you okay? So we through the high school. Are you in college at this time?
All
Yeah,
this
in
shit is
college.
college.
That's
All
college.
this shit TSU.
that's why I'm coming home every weekend.
And actually, he skipped a part. He skipped For Everlasting.
I didn't know y'all want to know about that.
For Everlasting was a solo record.
Yeah, that's me.
Solo
I
album.
remember that.
before the Red CD.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we-
I
yeah,
remember
that was-
For Everlasting. Yeah.
And a lot of For Everlasting stuff was actually recorded. Not a lot of it, but I remember some of those records was recorded at Fam.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is actually in between the Leaving Fam
Yeah, but
and the Red CD. This that period right
during
there.
this time, I'm moving faster.
Yeah, everything is
Man,
going like this. now.
I'm moving faster than Mike D, JoJo, and Nufi.
Yeah.
So that's where that solo came from, because I had this thing, and I still got it today, where I like to work fast. So I make y'all heard how I presented the beats to everybody.
Yeah,
Niggas stop showing up.
you just right.
I just write,
Yeah.
do the shit on my own, and you know I'm going at it. And then like a lot of that shit I was paying for on my own anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So
Was For Everlasting recorded at Aunt Grace's house?
majority of it was
Like, because it was like
some of it was that fam, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
it was like a couple
the feature-
songs.
Most of the featured records, not most of them, but a few of the featured.
Before our house will change the passwords.
Niggas stupid.
Right.
Niggas throwing shade.
I got
Hey,
to.
Hey, but that For Everlasting, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like some of those records was supposed to be on that Past Due. That's what it was called, Past Due.
Damn, dog, you got a good ass memory.
It's like an encyclopedia.
Hey, brother. That nigga got that, what's his name, on Big Bang Theory?
The motherfucking
Coop,
Damn, I know what
Sheldon.
you're talking
Sheldon.
Sheldon,
That nigga got that Sheldon memory.
But it was that the record that's supposed to come out with Fam was Past Due.
Yeah.
If I'm correct me if I remember correctly, that some of those featured songs that was on For Everlasting was actually Psycho records from Past Due. Because I remember the For Everlasting getting recorded at
Some
at
of them
Fam.
was at Fam, but then I finished it up at Ungrateful.
Yeah, it got finished up at. That's what I was thinking.
And I was just moving like on my time.
Then that's when it went into creating the Red CD.
Yeah. With that, that's when niggas like I think it was the commercial, honestly, the Fam commercial. It motivated Mike D, Nufi, and JoJo to kind of get back into the music thing. Because this is a funny ass thing. Doing music put me in the in crowd, and I didn't want to be in the in crowd.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying?
Still
I'm
was
not
a quiet
an
nigga.
I'm not an in crowd nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember at shows I had to go buy a whole outfit. Like
take
I'm
this
not a
nigga
cool
shopping.
nigga,
Right.
and I'm not a cool nigga. So I was selling beats, so I had money, but it's like I didn't have no style at all.
And even with the, because we at the college times now.
Yeah.
And even with the niggas who heard the nigga music in college, he ain't never say nothing. It was because we was hyping
Yeah.
that nigga up like, hey man,
The college crew.
hey,
The college crew.
our homeboy make beats, man. The niggas started coming in, listening to his beats, and they was fucking with. I don't know how many sales or whatever he got with him, but
we finna go to TSU days.
I was like, get into TSU because y'all got a story that I didn't know about that Reggie shared with me
What?
a while, probably a few months ago. That I would like to hear more.
About the All-Star Studio session.
Starlito.
Oh well, the funny thing, my freshman year at college, I didn't do no beats up there. Nah,
You was coming back
I
home,
didn't even, I was so scared because I knew how much I put time into making music that it would like rear me away from schoolwork.
Okay.
So I didn't even bring my shit up there. I didn't bring my shit up there until my 12th grade. I mean, I said 12th grade. Like my 3rd or 4th year up there at TSU when I was in Hyman.
Yeah.
That's the only time I
Yeah.
brought my shit up there. But because I used to go home every weekend.
Yeah, I know you was here with us on the weekends.
And we 18, our freshman year, my impressions of Coop, because that's when I first met him. He was just this quiet ass nigga that never say nothing.
Quiet African.
And we, nah, hold on. By that time, by that time, the African shit was gone.
We gotta go. Hold on. We gotta go back to the African shit.
It was gone.
Go.
right,
now
okay,
say
hold
what
on.
you think they said I was
Okay,
African.
so this is all right. Hold on.
Funny shit.
This is my first time
That's
of
funny as hell.
ever hearing anything about Coop
Tony,
or anything like
I'm
that.
from Africa now. Go ahead.
Nah, hold on.
Alright,
At this time, we didn't even know each other, but this is my first time ever hearing about it. We in high school. Okay, so y'all know Brainerd. You know that was in Chattanooga. That's the mecca of basketball or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They always was getting niggas from out of town and, you know, just this and that.
Evidently out of the country.
Right. They
Nah,
was the
hold on,
Spurs.
so
They
yeah.
was the Spurs.
This and that.
The international niggas.
Hold on. I seen you in high school.
That's funny.
The word out it, and I don't know if you think I'm
serious?
lying. No, I'm dead serious. I heard. I really heard.
I thought it was a jug, but
No, I really. I'm not.
hilarious.
Now I make
that
it.
nigga on the
Hold
court?
on. I make it a joke now,
yeah.
but back. Okay, hold on. So back when we was 18, like I didn't know the nigga, so
No,
I
he didn't.
Yeah, you didn't know him.
I ain't know him.
Right.
I seen you, but the word on the street was,
At least around Central.
man,
Right.
no, it was telling. I wasn't in high school when I was hearing this. You just hear shit out on the streets.
Oh, okay. I
Wow.
thought you
You
was
just
hearing
hear
this
it.
in high school because you said
Brainerd
playing
basketball was the city back then. Like,
I mean,
niggas
yeah.
talk
So,
about that shit all the time.
Go ahead and say your story. I got a
So
question.
the story was, man, Brainerd got this new nigga. He from Africa. Or what? This I seen in high school. Man, they got this African nigga on their team. Okay, so all right, so that's
Why couldn't it be Marty? He was tall and black too,
hold on.
nigga. He was tall and black too, nigga.
Hey, shout out Marty, man.
Shout out Marty. Marty
Okay,
Malone.
man.
Marty the homie,
Why
bro.
couldn't be Marty?
because Marty was already playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was.
He was already playing.
This our senior
So they
year.
got a new African
Yes,
nigga.
Yeah. So
You didn't play till our senior year.
Y'all were the Africans
bowl
through his
legs.
house.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's how the story. Like Marty we had knew Marty because he had already been playing.
Yeah. Okay.
So our senior year, man, it's this new. They got a nigga from Africa. Like, cause y'all was getting niggas from Atlanta or where
That was the
everywhere.
years before, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but y'all always had a new nigga on the team. So I heard that in the street from me going to a game. I went to a
You
game.
just identified the one that
I'm in high school.
looked close like an African.
Nah, it wasn't just me.
Got this Elijah one looking at
We,
nigga.
nah, look, it wasn't just
Patrick
me.
Ewing looking
That
at
nigga
nigga.
named Coop Bobo.
We in the crowd at the Brainerd game. Matter of fact, it was one of y'all home games too. So we in Brainerd.
Oh,
So we in the game and shit, and y'all ran out, y'all warming up. They were like, "Man, that's that nigga from Africa." And when I looked at you, I'm like, "Well, you was
look
a tall
African.
black
Makes sense
nigga,
to me.
yeah, it fit."
nigga with pink lips.
Okay, that's
He
that
look
nigga.
African.
Let the nigga in the block shots.
That's that nigga from Africa. But after that, it came out. After that, it came out. That nigga ain't from Africa.
Came out that
he
nig's from
Chattanooga.
East
Yeah,
And the funny thing,
he a regular nigga. But he thought I was jigging at him when I first told him the story.
At first, when you first told the story, because you said it while we used to jig all the time. You said I used to walk in with the Bilo bag of shit.
No, but I was dead serious about that.
But the
About
African
that.
shit, it's funny. I understand it because I didn't score that often. But when I did, everybody in the crowd be like, cool. Cool.
He probably thought that was one of them African
African
languages.
So I
Everybody
understand it. And I did look African. You know, I got long legs.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm telling this story like, hold on,
Mundo.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, and we've been friends
understand
for
it, yeah.
20 plus years, and everybody, you know, we joke and laugh and shit a lot.
Oh my God.
But dead serious though, when I was in high school, that was a real story. Like it really was though.
I thought this shit
I'm
been
not
a joke. All these years, I thought this shit been a joke.
No, it was
No,
a
it was
real
real.
story
But he
when we
was
was in
really
high
from-
school.
I'm trying to know who
understand
the
it.
hell
No,
thought
it was
that,
I
though.
don't know.
It was around
Who
the
started
city.
that? Who started?
I don't know
Coop
who
from
started.
Africa,
I heard it from somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey, if anybody know who started, Coop was from
It was
Africa
probably
back in
Charlie or
98.
somebody.
Hey,
Somebody
please,
we
hold
Maybe
on,
it was
shout out.
99.
Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on
But then you gotta look at the
YouTube.
context too, because in high school, Coop was quiet, he really didn't talk, so a bunch of niggas didn't know him anyway.
Well, see that.
So when he played basketball, I don't know where the story came from, but
Do I need to say
I
how?
heard that
I
shit.
think how I made the team.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
All right, right quick. We used to go around the neighborhoods and play basketball all the time. I had hops.
You did.
I had hops.
Yeah, you
So like around the neighborhood, like I'm like Earl the Goat. Nigga, I'm like who's this nigga dropping high, dunking on motherfuckers and everything?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a little, we didn't win because the other niggas I was playing with wasn't
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah.
Kane thought he was Judge Stockton and shit. but like they was like we played dead in them on some street ball shit.
basketball was a big thing.
Yeah,
back-
we
back
played
then, too.
dead.
Oh yeah,
Marty, Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
He wasn't on Brandon team, but we played
He
him.
go to Ursa Sanchez.
No, he played. He went to Brandon.
He went to Brandon. Okay.
He was more into baseball.
Yeah.
But Chris Martin's still cool to this day, bro. We played them, and it was one of the most classic street ball games. And I dunked on, I think, Marty or something
punched
on
on
the,
him?
yeah. And they was like, I was known then, the nigga got the hops. But like,
Okay.
I'm gonna say this: to get on the Brandon team, you gotta have that word. You know, even though it's 900
Already.
niggas balling trying to do trials, they got word on whoever they want on their team.
Yeah.
They already knew before the trial.
And I think Dad kind of presented to the coach high, whatever, like
Okay.
Coop good or whatever. So I went out to trials. I didn't do that much in trials. I got rebounds and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying. I think I got picked, but before that, he knew me because I played. My aunt
AAU
put me in
shit,
AAU,
Yeah.
and I played with Gary Long. What's the one with the Central? The one that passed away.
Warren
Warren.
R.I.P.
Joe.
Warren Mackey, man.
Joe Smith went to Hickson.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Like I'm playing on the same team as all these ballers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I came to the AAU team, that was the year Dad stopped playing. You know what I'm saying? So then my 9th grade year at Brandon, I played on the we got invited to play on the 9th grade team with Coach D on a tournament in Akron. And we went up there and we did real good. And that's how I got kind of familiar. So then tried for my 10th grade year. And then my 11th grade year, I played junior varsity with Coach D. So, you know what I'm saying? But I think if it wasn't for that street ball game, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have got the eyes out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Okay.
But,
Shout out to Dad, too,
shout
man.
out Dad, my
Hold on.
Dad, my brother
Dad
today.
was Steph Curry before we seen Steph Curry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Niggas think we lying, bro.
I don't understand.
When we was in college and we played intramural ball,
That was the guy.
niggas think when I say this number, niggas gonna think we lying. He shot like 80% from 3-point. I ain't even bullshit.
I'm definitely not shocked. I seen him hoop in high school.
The
That nigga always been
the
cold.
funny thing about it, like, Dad didn't.
Shout out Dad.
Yeah, shout out Dad, man. I don't think Dad, like, he lost the passion for basketball.
Yeah.
But we played intramurals up there. We were like on a chat family type shit. And it's funny,
That nigga
like
didn't
Reggie
fucking
can contest to this. Like in intramurals, like they always made our game the late night game because people would come check out our game in the intramural. Our game was always crunk.
That's because we was such a we
Yeah,
so
we
tight
was
knit up there.
tight.
man.
Right. Because y'all was the family. Y'all was.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I'm gonna say this on here too. I blame them for fucking my life up.
Wow.
Nah, hold on. You
them.
blame who?
Hold on. My freshman year, me and Reggie weren't really cool like that. he just got introduced because he was from Avondale and all that shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was from Central.
Everybody from the city.
Chattanooga, nigga.
Everybody
We
from the city.
Chattanooga.
But Avondale.
His freshman year was he was in band and he was an engineering major.
Right.
So that took
I'm doing
all his time
Me
up.
and Tony, I'm
He
doing
ain't never
good.
kick it. He ain't never kick it with us.
I'm
He
doing
ain't
good.
never-
I'm staying focused.
He was.
Grade point average in engineering.
Yeah, he was.
2.8. I was doing
That's
good.
good for engineering.
Right.
He was on
Like,
point.
I'm good in math. I'm in advanced math shit. All that. I'm doing good.
So why you blaming us with?
He finna tell you
what
why.
I got
tell
to do?
you why. Let me
Okay,
tell
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
These niggas was having so much fun.
I want that shit.
I'm gonna tell you, because
We was.
being an engineer major, you have to go to these seminars. I'm in the band,
That
so
was all your time.
all my time I used to walk around with my trumpet. That's why I used to walk around with my trumpet. I used to have to go to practice in the morning,
Yep.
type shit. Like college is different, where you have to. They really important on it. So you have to practice in the morning.
Y'all did afternoon and evening.
Yeah.
Y'all did like 3. Then y'all do 3 times.
Or 2
a day?
sessions.
Or
Well,
at
it
least 2.
started with 3.
Yeah.
But like as it goes
I
on,
remember
it
that.
kind of goes down. Yeah. But we was practicing in the morning, and I was already up there because we had summer band camp. So I'm in the morning, midday, night. School start morning, night, all the time. So all these TSU stories in our freshman year, I'm missing it.
I want that shit.
Like, these niggas look like they having it so much fun.
You was.
And all I could do is hear the stories when I'm eating lunch, like in the court, in the sub and shit. I'm like, damn. And homecoming, like, really took the cake. Like, everybody up there, and it's like, damn, I gotta go play in the band. I gotta do this. I was really, and then after the band shit, I was, what they call it, trying to get in the fraternity.
Oh, pleasure.
Pledging for the trumpet shit, T5.
Oh my God.
So that was some extra shit.
You in T5.
So my whole day at college, my freshman year, with being an electrical engineering major and being in a band, I get up 5:30. I don't go to sleep till around about 12:31.
Damn, back up at 5:30.
Back up at 5:30.
And you
That's
pledging
true.
for trumpets.
That's the late night shit.
That's
The band
true.
really let us out like 9 something, but we had to go do other shit. We riding all over Nashville. They got us doing crazy shit.
Go
out
get
to
me
my-
a cheesecake.
Shout out to my T5 family, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still we still look out for each other today. It's crazy.
Hey, that's great.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
That's what's up.
He trying to blame. Okay, so imagine him doing all that, and our freshman year we having the time I fucking like he. But that ain't our fault though.
It ain't, but
It's
He
more your
saw it.
fault because
Yeah,
you
nigga,
chose to go
you
over there.
wanted the life, hey. You
gotta
want
you know,
that
black
life.
people gotta blame
Oh
somebody.
yeah, we always gotta be the victim.
Right. We
Yeah,
came
we
in
the
that-
victim.
We
Hey.
professional victims.
Right. So
You know what? I'll accept it though, because once I got to know him more, I will say I'll admit my part in it. I was ragging on that nigga a little bit more, like damn nigga, like come fuck with it, like you know what I'm saying. Once I got to know him more,
thing is,
so I was an influence on him that was you know.
And he was like, yeah, I need to
the
do this
thing
shit.
with
Yeah.
the thing with Reggie, we related in so much. We related so many ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you meet
Hold
that
on.
nigga that y'all like the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you that question because I know what drew me to you as a friend when we was in school, but a question to you is what drew you to me
It was just
as a friend when we was in school?
we relate to the same shit.
Because we got close our sophomore.
I'm gonna tell
year
you what it
in
was.
school.
A lot of us didn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? So if we would all be together. Look at Stefan. Look at we would all be together. We would all be
smoking.
together, and then when it's time to smoke, you know,
Yeah,
that's
certain
when you
group
separate.
broke out,
Yeah.
Then it's just us. We playing the game. We listen to music. We, you know what I'm saying? We in the room, and you know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
on the Dreamcast.
We like the same music. We like the same games. You know what I'm
NFL
saying?
2K.
And then we just start kicking it like that.
Yeah.
So then,
That's what's up.
then the next year, Slick came up there. And Slick and Reggie cousins.
Yeah.
But Slick kind of came in with the crew. And we would all gamble. You know what I'm saying? We like gambling. But we all related in so much shit in what we listen to in music, what movies we watch, silly ass niggas jigging all the time. You know what I'm saying? It was
He's feeling
shit.
lame.
You know what I'm saying? I was jigging before I met Reggie.
Made a bunch of niggas mad.
Then
man.
Skatey was a jigging ass nigga. Niggas who
He
know
made
Skatey.
a bunch of niggas, really a
Yeah.
bunch of niggas mad.
But we was jigging ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of, it's crazy in our family. Like, and I'm gonna say this, psychos, chat, just period. When you start jigging, that kind of bring you in as family even tighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't let niggas on the outside jig at us. Nah, you can't say the shit we saying.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, it's like our own language.
Yeah, it's-
Right.
yeah.
Right.
We gonna have everybody laughing. You can laugh all you want to.
Yeah.
But the niggas who was jigging had to be in the family. You know what I'm saying? Or niggas be wanting to fight.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, at TSU, chat was family. And I want to say this though. R.I.P. Tracy, man. We just found out that she passed away, man. She was a part of that
Tracy
TSU
Baker,
family.
She's part of the TSU family.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
you know, shout out,
Fucking
rest
Tracy.
in peace, Tracy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I
rest in
hate
peace,
that,
man. Rest in peace.
But we was family,
Condolences
man.
to her friends and family.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Yeah, so shout out, all our friends, man, going through it. But we was family. I'm talking about Reggie mom used to send him a box of food. And
Everybody.
we were all prepared that shit. Like, I remember making macaroni and shit.
Nah, fuck that. Cause this the real story. Them niggas used to laugh at me constantly. Nigga, your mama sending you. Nigga, your mama sending you. I'm talking about
Them
them
niggas was eating.
nigga.
So they like, them niggas was eating with me.
Hold on. Look.
Damn, mom sent him stuff too.
Let me tell the story though.
Yeah.
They used to be laughing at me jugging and shit. Cause my mama did you send me a big ass box of food and shit. So they laughing and joking and shit. But when all that shit died down, hey man, let me get a box of that macaroni, man. Hey,
Yeah.
hey man, hey,
Hey, man, you should got oatmeal cream pies in there.
hey man, let me get a can of that chili, man. Hey.
Hell yeah.
Nigga wanted that van camp.
Hey,
Dude.
man,
Hey,
listen.
what? Nah, well,
Van camps was
hold
hit.
up. In college, I mean, van camps came. We was in college, but
Oh, yeah.
we really was on that cheap shit. Remember, we used to
Save
get
a lot
that,
chili.
that
They look like dog food.
armor chili. Yeah,
Oh,
they taste like
Armour.
dog
But
food.
see, this
too.
the thing, though. I'm going to say this, too. Man, when you struggle with somebody,
Go to
Change.
it makes you tight. Like, you know what I'm
This will make
saying?
you a
Like,
brother.
beyond, yeah. And we all became brothers because we was struggling. And when I tell y'all, like, at this time, I'm selling beats for $50. That shit was like, it made me comfortable at TSU.
Yeah.
Because I could go,
Oh, that nigga had money back then.
nah,
you did have money,
I could
nigga.
go,
Compared to us.
I can go a whole month off $50.
Them was the good old days.
Budgeting at its best.
Man.
Yeah, that was the good old days. That's when Taco Bell was $2.99 and you get like 6 tacos.
We didn't eat out that much.
But the amazing shit was though, nigga, we was some broke ass niggas, but we
Went
was
to
in
every party.
fucking party. We had to pay to get in the party.
Off Coop
We
sell
was
one
in
beat,
every-
everybody going
Right.
out.
And, see, and I think that's what made us more family too, because it didn't matter who had the money.
Everybody sharing.
Yeah.
Nigga, we all in the
put
party,
in.
nigga.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't nobody finna get left behind. Somebody be, man, I ain't got
That's
I ain't got nothing
brotherhood.
to get in. Nah, nigga, come on, bro.
Nah,
We
that's
good.
brotherhood. It's some funny
Everybody had everybody
Yeah,
when it was time to go to the party.
If you in the in crowd, you know you don't supposed to be at the party before 9. We was in that line at 9. So some of the time
It
we
was
was in
cheap
that
then,
line,
though.
yeah.
That when it was $5 to get in that bitch.
Niggas
But
didn't
yeah.
give a damn. We partying on the budget.
But man,
hold
what
up.
you see.
But
I ain't
I,
no buying no drinks and that. We pre-gaming.
But it was time, you know what I'm saying? It was times where I ain't have it. Them
most
niggas got me. Everybody went through them phases where they
Yeah,
ain't have it.
of course.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, we going to this part. Like, we went to get.
Niggas
like,
was
that's-
wearing
come
each other
on.
clothes then.
That
Oh, yeah.
too. That's
Like,
why
come
Chat,
on.
that's
Hey, man,
why
give me
Chat
that
was
shirt.
so strong though, because it was no division in our group. We about 15 niggas deep strong.
I'm gonna tell you.
Or was it? It was more or less.
I'm gonna tell you.
But we
it
was the big. We was one of the
more.
biggest fucking
Because-
groups on the campus
I'm
though.
gonna tell you why it
because,
was
nigga,
more. Because
It was more than 20,
I'm gonna
15.
tell you, and this gonna go into what Ken was saying. I'm gonna tell you why. Because chat people are so welcoming. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you go somewhere, chat always gonna stand out because they always open arms.
Yeah, we open arms like
Yeah,
hell.
you know what I'm saying? So when we went up there, it was 15 of us, but
you got another
niggas from Memphis on our team,
another
niggas from
15 niggas.
Detroit.
Yeah, niggas from everywhere fuck with us.
Niggas everywhere fucking them chat niggas. So Dad was real cool with my home, with Marcus from Memphis.
R.I.P. to Marcus.
R.I.P. Marcus, man. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit happened to him, but he was a cool ass nigga, and he rapped. So he invited me to get on a song with him and Starlito.
All right, so now that's what I
That's
want.
what, yeah.
That's what I want to know
came
about. How did that come up? Well, you telling me now how it came about?
So
Dude named Marcus, from
Marcus, he used to smoke with Dead all the time. I'm sorry, Dead. I'm sorry.
Come on, y'all was in college. We
We're in college, man. He don't do that. He don't do that no more. But they used to go smoke all the time, like nigga, and you know what I'm saying? Dead, like he one of my brothers. He like nigga Coop. He hard on that music shit. You know what I'm saying? And we had some songs on CD and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? But he let her hear it, and then he was like, man, I want to do a song. Marcus had money up there. He like living a life, and everybody loved Marcus.
Yeah, he was one of them niggas up there.
Yeah. Okay. Memphis was 68% at TSU.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like,
he was at the top. He was one of the niggas at the top.
He was the king of Memphis.
He was.
At
he
TSU.
was.
TSU.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved him. You know what I'm
was.
saying? Like, and he was part of that family with us chat niggas. You know what I'm saying? So Dad said something to him about it, and he was in the studio up there in Nashville. He invited me. So me, I'm like, shit, I gotta bring Reggie with me, just to make me feel comfortable because a nigga nervous as hell. So Reggie he riding with me. You know what I'm saying?
Now Starlito going to TSU at this time
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he going. Yeah, he going to TSU.
And he was cool with Tony
Calhoun.
Yeah.
He cool with Tony Calhoun, you know what I'm saying? In that group. He was from Nashville.
Yeah.
But chat niggas didn't beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We were cool with everybody.
We were cool with everybody.
So Starlito, like all that clique, they was more cool with Tony from us. You know what I'm saying?
That was the bridge.
Yeah. But we went up there to the studio, we went in there, and I had this verse I was working on. And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna use this.
Rock that motherfucker. Hey.
Now Ken, no,
hold on.
I got a badass memory.
Nah, you rocked that.
But Ken, that day, I'm emulating you and Kane because I'm being professional.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How y'all prepared?
Yeah.
I was prepared.
Being ready.
Because and Starlito wasn't Starlito then. He was all-star. He wasn't big as he is now.
He still was.
But he was known.
He was well known then.
But
in Nashville.
the pressure came because this the first time some niggas up here at TSU finna hear me
and
rap.
there was another nigga named, a lot of niggas don't know him, but there was another nigga named Paper. Well, him and Starlito used to rap together.
Yeah,
Nigga
him and
named
Paperboy
was in
Yeah.
there.
He was more a Nashville legend.
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, he was a Nashville legend, nigga.
But got invited to the session, man, and you know I did my thing or whatever. But later on,
Now, who was that for? Who was that record
that was
for?
for Marcus.
You glossing over shit, man.
What?
Kyle, you just giving it a browse. Nah, I'm gonna give you your flowers, man. So the first he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, I got invited to the studio, man. Come roll with me. You know I'm his road dogs." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, yeah." So we get in there. You know what I'm saying? I see. Well, he told me it was all star them. So we got in there. You know, he ain't really at this point. He ain't really sociable. He quiet. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? We all kind of knew them niggas. So when we came in there, we ingratiated ourselves with the niggas. They really still didn't know him because they hadn't heard him rap before.
Yeah.
So I'm in there talking shit. I'm talking them up. We, you know what I'm saying, going through all this and all that. So that nigga get in the booth. This when I knew, you know what I'm saying, that nigga had hit. You know what I'm saying?
He belonged.
Hit the motherfucking jackpot and he belonged.
Yeah.
Because when he was in there rapping, nigga, I was looking at All Star and the Paperboy, nigga, them motherfuckers was in there like, they were bobbing. They were like, he was giving lines and shit. They were like, damn, like, hell yeah.
Around that time, I was a Ludacris fan.
Then when that nigga got, you know what I'm saying? Then when he came out the booth, you know, they dabbing the nigga, hey man, that shit was hard, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah. That ain't no my nigga, you know what I'm saying?
They
He
know
ain't
he
nothing to
one of
fuck
them
with.
ones now.
They fucking with him. He ain't nothing to fuck with. I was like, I told y'all, nigga. You know, I'm talking crazy. I don't know why I always been a nigga to talk crazy though.
And the thing
You did
is,
sometime though.
Yeah.
how we used to judge I'm more worried about what Reggie thinking than them niggas.
Yeah.
They wasn't no pressure. If I would have done fucked up, nigga, the whole chat family would have knew within 5 minutes of us reaching the campus.
That nigga was in there spitting that Dr.
That nigga was in there garbage as hell.
Yeah, we was real honest. Like, we was straightforward. And that's one thing I love about my TSU family. Like, we was all, like, real. Like, if you had on something wet, we letting you know. Your shit too tight.
So that way you won't be out here making all of us look crazy.
Right.
Take that shit off.
We didn't have much money, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, your shit tight. And then we start jigging. Once we start jigging,
You gonna take it off.
You gonna take it off. Or if your haircut fucked up, if you stink,
Your breath
I'm gonna tell you
stink.
how.
Let
Let me tell you how petty we was. We was so petty. We started making lists.
Right, the list.
I got to. We started making lists of niggas who breath stink, musty smells.
It was that deep.
What else? What was the other list? Lying list.
Yeah, the line. Yeah.
People who used to lie all the time. We was that petty.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? We was tight. So I love the realness we had, you know what I'm saying? And now when we go to homecoming and stuff, it's more like we up there, we'll probably do it here and there, but it's more about just celebrating life, seeing each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because a lot of people ain't making it, you know what I'm saying? And when we going through, we realize how valuable life is now.
Yeah, how much did the time at TSU influence the production you was doing?
Oh,
hold on. Let me answer that, because I still tell him this to this day. He just, you know what I'm saying, shoot me off when I say it. But I believe when he was making the beats at TSU, that was his golden era. That's when he was at his best to me. I tell him this all the time.
The reason why, because being in the band opened me up to so much, you know what I'm saying? I started realizing this. When I was in the band at TSU, Power 94 was just playing the singles.
Yeah.
TSU, we playing stuff that was on the B side of the record.
Yeah.
You know, and that shit was like crazy. Like I didn't hear Lenny Williams until I went to TSU.
Wow.
Really?
Damn.
They wasn't playing that on the radio.
And you was playing the choir on the Quiet Storm?
They didn't play that on the Quiet Storm. They was playing Anita Baker. They were playing goddamn
the hits that you
already knew. They was playing the singles. So when I got up to TSU, the band opened me up to like so much more musically. You know what I'm saying? I started moving more with the horns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anthems. Like in the band, each section would do fanfares. Like get up during the football game and do a fanfare with just a section.
Yeah.
So you got 3 sections of trumpets playing different shit, sounding like a choir. And that's the anthem shit that came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Wild Out, like in that time, sounded like Rough Riders.
Oh yeah.
But like
that
being
shit was
in the
out
band
before the Rough Riders, really though.
About the
same time.
Same time period.
Because I was influenced by that, but it was like me being in summer camp at band, it made me want to move more with my fingers.
Gotcha.
Because trumpets was moving.
Yeah.
Like trumpets was like moving. It wasn't no slow like. I don't want to say band terms with y'all, but it was like a slow progression in high school. Like it was easy to play.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all done seen them high school movies where, you know what I'm saying, you the shit in high school, then when you go to college, you're on the same level as everybody else.
Right. Drumline?
Yeah, like you had to play Flight of the
drum
Bumblebee.
line is perfect. Yeah.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah. You move more.
Yeah.
You playing more
Your hands is like
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't playing some shit on the radio. What's some shit we used to play? Armed Forces Parade and shit. We weren't playing that shit.
Right.
It was easier in the band. Tracy made it easy. Miss Hill made it easy. We was in the band, we had to go. We had to move. We had to use like higher notes. You know what I'm saying? And you had to be on point. My memory was at my best at that time. Because we had to remember this shit, go on the field, remember what we supposed to be while we're playing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My memory was on point at this time.
Gotcha.
And the reason why I would say that it was at your peak too is because see when that nigga make beats now, he make it easy. He got all these programs and shit on his computer and all that, and that shit easy. What you just had? What you had the MPC? Back then? What was that shit called?
It was an MPC at the time when TK brought
I
one
did
up.
have, yeah.
Well, the reason why I say he was at his go because the beats used to come out so hard.
Yeah, I
But
was.
that nigga had to work so hard to make
do 'em.
He had to be so fucking
I
precise
know what you're
and
talking
make
about.
Yeah,
I had
you
to-
had to be so precise and
I had to-
perfect when you made that motherfucker.
I had this sampler.
That's yeah.
I don't know where it came from. I had this sample.
I thought they came from TK. A lot of shout
Yeah.
out to TK, man.
Shout out to TK.
A
It
lot
did
of
come from
equipment
TK.
started
Yeah.
coming from TK.
Yeah, I had this sampler.
The third groove box came from TK. That was the beginning of him bringing equipment up from what I saw. Which was what I thought was the second. Evidently, the one I thought was the first was the second one.
Nah, that was the second one.
What was the second one?
The 505.
The big joint.
The fact-
TK
the
brought a
505
big-
It was the second one.
TK brought a big groove box up there. When I came up there, it was a groove box the size of the Roadcaster.
Okay, yeah.
And then next thing you know, TK brought the bigger one.
But
And then the
hey,
MPC, I mean,
But
he
it
brought
was-
the sampler and the MPC.
the
see, it was a
precision he
sample.
had, the precision
But
he
let
had
me-
to have to make them beats. That's why I say
Let me
he
explain
was
it.
at his best.
Let me explain it. When I was at TSU on the sampler, most samplers like sequenced. On this sampler, you can only put in the chops of what you want to use. And I had a CD burner. I don't know, you remember the CD burner? I had a CD burner. So when I recorded a beat, I had to manually do that shit for 4 and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Manually hit that. Reggie seen that part.
That's why I said he had
And
to work
I was
hard
so
for this
like
shit.
good at it because I didn't want to fuck up. Because you fuck up, guess what?
Gotta
You gotta do it all over.
Yep.
Yeah, it gotta
So-
be done in one take.
I remember buying hundreds of CDs,
Yep.
and one CD would have me fucking up 20 times. I had to keep stopping, but that's how I had to do it. So I was so trained in that way. But at that time, the samples was more soulful because I'm getting introduced to a whole new way of soul. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Gladys Knight. Like TSU band played the hits, but they play some shit that you will hear on the B side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got introduced to that. And another thing, like the people I was in T5 with and the other trumpets, these niggas, they listening to Jeezy, they listening to that Memphis shit, but they listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. And they would, like, later on I found out they cheating. Like, I'm the person that see the music and playing it.
Yeah.
These niggas done heard this song before.
So they already got it memorized.
They know how, they kind of know how the melody go.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard this song. I'm just playing this shit from here. And they kind of got advantage on that because they done heard this song. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of got me to listening to old songs. Like, and at this time in college, y'all remember Napster.
Yeah, buddy.
That's when I used to get the samples from.
4 minutes and 16 seconds left.
Yeah, I used to download, like go on the computer, download this, and then have to wait the long ass download. And he remember me, like me being in that fucking room, like.
I used to be in there with I was his worst critic back then.
So
I used to be
So one thing that I see, and I keep hearing this coming back. So this kind of goes to your production style, because I hear you talking about the soulful and all that stuff like that.
I gotta
and
give
the
credit to
influence-
TSU.
It's TSU, but then this goes into your influence of Kanye, because I know you always talk about Kanye, and this is where the soulful comes out at.
With that, it just made me relate to Kanye when he first came out. But I'm gonna tell you what it gravitated me towards Kanye. Kanye wasn't no drug dealer. He wasn't no.
He wasn't no street nigga.
He wasn't no street nigga, no trapper. He wasn't none of that. He
was a
wasn't
regular dude.
gangster.
He was a nerd.
He was a regular dude.
He wasn't even a straight backpack rapper either.
No, he wasn't.
He was a nerd.
I looked at him as a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, this nigga finna make it being regular. And I always looked at me as being a nerd and regular. Like I used to. It's funny. I'm gonna say this to Ken because when we used to do shows, I would go out and buy new outfits for each show and try to be flashy.
Yep.
Try to have on the newest shoes and this and that and this and that.
Yeah. Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that wasn't me because they knew I wasn't fashionable.
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, I ain't saying it like that, but I'm just
But
saying.
yeah, I'll be honest though.
First
That wasn't
the
me.
African, now the-
But one thing I looked at with Kanye though, he had style though. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's one of those things that I give Kane credit, but don't say it enough. But it's like you can't afford the Gucci. I'm gonna break it down even more. We couldn't afford the Tommy Hilfiger and Nautica.
Couldn't afford Polo.
We couldn't afford Polo, so Walmart got this thing called Catalina jackets. Look like it. We gonna make it cool.
Shit look just like a Polo.
Yeah.
Polo windbreaker, baby.
So Kane would go in there and get them, and yeah, you can afford that. But I always looked at like you got to bring people to your arena.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely now since I'm more mature, I just wear shit I'm comfortable in. You know what I'm saying?
But by the time you was performing, we was actually far past the Catalina days.
Yeah. But I just had to bring that point in. But with me, I just brought that point in because I'm not fashionable at all. I never tried to be. At one point, they thought I was. Excuse me. But I always liked jerseys. Now, I would wear a lot of jerseys, and I guess that kind of brought me up.
It just happened to you like
Yeah, that was
jerseys.
the
Happened to
trend.
be the throwback.
That was the trend, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So
kind of saved them.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it saved me. But it made it easy, I'm going to say this. Because then all I had to do, if we had a show, go get a jersey.
Jersey, some white forces, you good.
Yep,
Let's go.
Yeah.
that's it. That's all you need.
And white forces, man, don't bring it. It's hard for me to buy them now because I bought so many back then.
Man.
But yeah.
What the motherfuckers do it 2-3 times? It was a wrap.
3 times.
Throw the
3
motherfuckers
times.
away and get some new.
3 times max back then.
Yeah.
I don't know why now you can't wear them but nothing but twice.
So out of all of those experiences and
Yeah.
bringing this around to the day,
Yeah.
how do you feel that all of that and all of that stuff you went through in the Wild Out and the struggle in TSU and everything else, how do you feel that today this has made you what you are, what everybody want to Coop be?
First of all, I gotta get this, like, all my brothers. I don't know if people know, like, me and my family ain't as tight as we should be. We had one, it's crazy, in my intermediate family, it's like our friends and stuff closer to us than our family.
He like that sometimes.
Every
But
time.
everybody I'm around, like, we brothers. So I gotta say this. They humble me. I always thought with a humble mind. Everybody in chat putting you here, but when they found out I did make the beat, they put you here. I was still here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I rap arrogant because I like people like Cameron. I like people like Ludacris. I like people, you know what I'm saying? I was rapping arrogant as fuck. That was fucking my beat sales up, find out. But, because I'm on there talking shit like I'm selling $1,000 beats and this, that.
Right, everybody.
So
wanna
niggas
Coop
like, I can't afford $1,000 beat. But
Let them motherfuckers go
for 50.
Man, boy, if you don't come give me that $50
Hey,
real
give me that
quick.
Hey,
50.
that hot 50.
That hot 50. That Little Caesars hot and ready 50.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? But that's later on, like, you know what I'm saying? But the people around me kept me humble. And to this day, I can't agree. They can speak up when any time.
Go ahead.
I'm still humble today.
Oh, definitely.
I'm still the same person I was then.
Yeah,
I
nigga, you
still
think
got
you
the
ain't
same
humble?
passion. Huh?
You think you not humble?
No, I am. I'm just
Oh, okay,
saying.
yeah.
He's saying
you
he
are.
ain't changed.
Yeah, I ain't
he ain't.
changed.
Nah,
But
he's still
I'm
the
going back to
same,
this
nigga.
question. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that had an impact on me because I learned from each of them. Like, I'm learning, like, you know, I never had a father, you know what I'm saying? So I'm learning from their relationships with they people. So I'm learning all that. And it's like I became a father. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you do this, but man, I had kids with a crazy baby mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and now I'm realizing that what I eat don't make them shit.
Right.
So I'm realizing my life, and I never did run away from my responsibilities, but I'm just not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being that I never learned to be a fighter. So now in life, that's the only thing I'm more what's the word? I'm just more consistent on like fighting for what I want. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I'm still the humble. I learned how to be humble through them, through my situations and all that type stuff. Learn how to be humble. The passion of music came from like before when I said it, you know what I'm saying? Now they do impact me on being humble, like with my music, because if I make a whack beat, Reggie gonna say something about it. Right. Even with Ken, when I was up at TSU still making beats and stuff, I was still sending them beats and stuff with Kane and you know what I'm saying? And they gonna let you know, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And then we make the Golden Boys around that time. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna bring up about our college time too.
Yeah, that's kind of like towards y'all senior year.
That was the sampling thing.
Well,
that's when the sampling came.
So
about.
But that nigga was so good at that time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he gonna admit this, but to me, he was the Golden Boys consisted of his B-roll beats though. Like they wasn't even his best ones
because
at that time.
The Golden Boys.
There was more of them simple beats you was making.
It was Kane and Ken. Like when I make a project with somebody, I'm trying to impress them, cause I think all the beats I do fresh.
Right.
But saying this, they will humble you. Hold on, listen. They will humble you. I had to learn, cause remember in the beginning, I learned how people listen to music.
Right.
Now, as artists, I'm gonna tell you this: artists, everything you make not fresh. I had people around me that was like, I never had a yes man around me.
Oh, that's good.
You see what I'm saying?
That's good stuff.
When I didn't make something fresh,
they were like, $8.
that ain't fresh.
$8.
That ain't it.
Yeah, what Charlamagne say, that ain't it.
I got a quick question too.
Yeah.
And be real. Did I ever piss you off when you thought something was fresh and I was like, nah, nigga, that shit, nah.
See, this the thing. I understand how people listen to music.
Okay.
You're bar heavy.
Cause I don't know if back then you thought I was bar heavy back then.
Let me tell you how. I do this today, and I'm gonna tell you this. It's a gift and a curse because it might fuck you up on something. It might mess you up. When I present beats to people, I'm playing all the beats I think they think fresh.
Okay. I watched you do that with a couple people.
Yeah,
that's been on the pod.
I got 100 beats, all type of styles. You know what I'm saying?
But you want to let me hear the ones that you think I would like. Okay.
So that can hinder me. You know what I'm saying? But most cases, they was like, damn, Coop got all hard beats. They ain't heard these whack beats over here.
Right.
This shit that I'm trying to I'm trying to emulate Outkast on some shit.
Well, I guess in our college years, I heard all of them because we was together so much.
Yeah.
I was in there when you was making them.
Yeah.
So that's when I was more like, nah, nigga, that shit got me.
Yeah. But I was before you, they was doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I hate yes man. Now, in my time, I done had some people try to come around and be yes man.
Yeah.
And, you know, once you sense that, you be like, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
I just got used to, like, I don't fuck with you like that. But if you kept it real, you stayed in the circle.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why I asked that, and I asked that question in the sequence that I did, is because I want you to kind of look back at the time you had with Ken, because you went through all of ours. Mm-hmm. But I want you to look back at the time you had with Ken from the eyes that you have now and the experiences that you went through now. And if you was to go back and look at the time then of how you made beats and how you came up with everything, how it impacted then.
I'm gonna say this. Good question. I like the way you present it.
Mm-hmm.
If I know what I know now, then I wouldn't even rap.
That's all right.
We would have put all the eggs in Ken basket, and we would have
You
pushed.
didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
No, you didn't. I never told Ken this. But if I knew what I knew now, because Ken was a gold mine. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Ken had the energy then. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we wasn't on the right page with what we needed to be to make it work.
Okay.
I'm still looking at me as an artist. I'm still looking at all these other artists, you know, this and that. Ken was the gateway out, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Or I could say Kane. You know what I'm saying?
I always looked at Kane that way.
But Kane
I
was.
agree with.
But
Well, I
no.
tell you that shit.
We looked at
you
Kane, but Kane was more Carleone,
Oh, you mean at the time when it was
us.
Kane is our brother,
Yeah.
but his business relationship is
Yeah,
right here.
Carleone.
Yeah.
And Kane,
okay.
Like, Kane was on a
you-
fucking
that's-
billboard.
Yeah, he on the he on billboards.
This
then.
big head ass was on the billboard.
Kane used
Yeah.
to be spitting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nigga, every time I go to Wendy's on Brandon Road, I'm looking at that nigga.
Yeah, he on the billboard with the coolest smile.
Yeah. So it was different. He was still our brother though. He was still our brother, but we looked at it as what we own. We own Ken.
Yeah.
We didn't own Kane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would answer your question, man. Like, really learn how to organize this. Now I'm mature and older. I feel like my leadership skills with my job I got now, you know what I'm saying? Like, being a supervisor, this and that, I know how to lead better. Like, you got to really assign job roles and go by those roles. You know what I'm saying? If we would have had it more structured and put everything behind Ken, me be the producer, he be the rapper, you know, type thing, and just really went at it like in a marketing type thing and really like what we know now. But we didn't have the internet then.
Yeah.
So that's a big factor.
difference.
Social media.
Yeah, wasn't no social media,
none of that.
internet, none of that.
So it was, and plus a lot of this stuff was more expensive.
Yeah.
Now, like I was telling Ken when he came, he dropped the Meet You in the Neighborhood. We're gonna let y'all hear that. I'm gonna force him to put it out. But
Please.
but I was telling Ken, like, this shit is way more cheaper now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20, you can have your shit on every platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If these times was back in
Yeah.
the high times,
Oh yeah, we-
Yeah.
that nigga would have been the star.
Would have been gone.
But you
That nigga, yeah, he would have been the star.
But I'm gonna tell you the difference. Like now, I know, like,
Your voice bigger now too, though.
it's just I'm smarter and mature. Like today, I don't give a fuck about what people think.
That's what. And I ain't trying to like diminish you. Like it was like your voice ain't never been meek, but I'm just saying like now, you didn't really say a lot.
Right?
back
It's like,
then. That's why when I say your voice,
Yeah, I
is
understand
bigger
that.
now.
Yeah.
Like you,
like I can tell a nigga no.
yeah, you
Yeah.
you speak
I can
up
tell
a
a nigga no.
whole lot
It
more.
was hard
now
for me
than
to
you
say
did
no back in the
then.
day.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to say no. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, you assign roles by who good at it, and I'm not scared to be like, hey, bro, you ain't good at that. So you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Cause see, that's what I'm saying.
You're not the lead rapper no more.
If you had
He's
that,
the
if you had that
rapper.
voice back then, you would have been like,
Exactly.
"Niggas, Ken, we pushing Ken on, fuck
but
everything else.
this-
We pushing him."
Maybe y'all can understand this though. You remember the quiet boy, right?
Right. Phases.
Take that into I'm meeting friends.
TSU.
I don't want to tell my friend no.
I'm just not getting.
Right,
Be my
right.
friend. I'm
Right,
just not
right.
getting into a friend circle.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to tell him no.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it was hard for me to say no to these people. Like I love friends, having friends.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing today, when I look at social media, it's a rare amount of people that can say they done had friends for 30 years.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just had this conversation with my wife. Like, how many people that
It's
you
rare.
considered your real friend
Yeah.
15 years ago that's still your real friend?
And you
today?
know why? Because we're solid. You see what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna do no fuck shit to me because I'm gonna call him out.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right, and I can't do no fuck shit to him.
Because he gonna call you out the same
Now,
way.
it's funny, like if I get on Facebook, that's why it's funny. I was explaining this to Ken, where I have a filter of what I say on Facebook because I know how people take it,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. I don't even want the drama. Right? I don't give a fuck, but I don't want the drama. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like on Facebook and shit, I just post funny shit and positive shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can see that.
But I have a filter because motherfuckers try to say some shit, and you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. We've been talking for 2 hours, bro. We gotta get at least one goddamn top
Top
five.
five. But hey,
Nah,
this
fuck
is,
that.
but, hey,
We doing more than you be trying to hit everybody else. with
before we go in the top
multiple
five, before we go in the top five, man, this is a story about my favorite producer.
Hold on.
And since he said, hold on, since he said I kept saying homeboy, my bad. That just flows out.
Yep.
But he know he my brother, man. We have conversations outside
course,
this. He
yeah.
know. But we definitely got to continue this conversation with a part 2. I feel
I do too.
because it's a
And
long
then he get a
story.
part 2?
He gets a part 2.
Hell yeah, he get a part 2. We said that.
get a
We said
part
it the
two?
first time. He gotta have
He
one.
got to have a part 2. It's his
Gotta have
goddamn
one.
platform, man.
Because I feel like now and the
I'm just
time like with
fucking
y'all,
Yeah.
I feel like the time with y'all and now is a whole episode to itself.
It is.
Oh,
really.
man, we done left a million, like
A
we ain't
lot of
tell-
things.
We
That's
ain't
what I'm
tell no
saying.
stories.
We ain't talk about the creation of the Red City, the creation of the Golden
And
Boy
that's what I want to go
era.
to is the discography.
The time when we was in Chicago.
Too much
I want
way
this
too
guy
much
to
To go to
information.
Chicago for some music shit.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of shit that happened.
It's way too much information.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm
but,
like
hey,
the
you
Forrest
right.
Gump of this chat.
You
How
is.
many more interviews are y'all doing before we on break right now, right?
Nah, we not.
Oh, okay.
We ain't
okay.
on the break. We still up.
Okay.
But let's go and hit this top 5. Go and hit that button.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
Now, who got the first top 5 for him?
I'm gonna make it quick.
You gonna make it quick?
Oh, so you already? Oh, you got them in the order like you be trying to pressure everybody else?
Right.
I'm just saying I'm gonna make it quick.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
I'm gonna hit them with I
Yeah.
guess the
Yeah.
natural one. You know what I'm saying? They get the top 5 producers,
Oh yeah, that's dope. Dope.
top to bottom, bottom to top, whichever way you do it. I already know who is number 1.
You know
is.
that's too easy. Look,
That's why I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna throw him the softball.
Kanye.
I want y'all niggas to hit him hard though.
Good
Kanye.
Lord.
He won, so you going from 1
Yeah,
to?
of course.
Okay, of course he won.
Kanye, Dr. Dre.
Okay,
Kind of switch. Got
let's see if it matches with his list.
Just Blaze.
okay. I'm ready to hit the button.
I'm not gonna put me in there, but
It's 3. So
it's
Just
3.
Blaze 3.
Right, because the list up here.
Exactly.
yeah, that's my shirt, my top 5 shirt.
But he taking himself out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna put Timberland.
Okay.
Relationships go.
Hey, you switch that motherfucker up. So I'm ready to hit that motherfucker on his ass. His ass got
at that. Look at that.
Hey, this is real time
Get his ass out
Real
of here.
time. We ain't editing
Trying to hit
shit.
the front
real
button.
time
You
production.
never run out.
ass
You
shit,
never run out
man.
trying to hit the fart button on his ass. Get his
That's
ass
so
out of
funny.
there. Okay, then he 4. Who 5?
Oh, fart on Timberland?
Yes.
Yeah,
You gotta have a talk off mic.
Yes.
Timberland. Damn.
Oh,
man.
it got hard on you?
Yeah, cause it changes, man. Like, I've been listening to a lot of for real shit.
Wow, I can't believe you ain't said a certain somebody though.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that.
And DJ Toon.
Dog,
That's
I'm
what
gonna say, damn,
that's
no
what I
DJ
was
Toon,
waiting on.
nigga. I'm gonna say, I know you used to
I
bring
couldn't
that
put
nigga
him
up.
on the shirt. He's my honorable number
He should.
6.
He should be
But-
up there with Timberland. Is.
Exact. Yeah.
Goddamn.
I like Timberland,
He
but
should be
I
5.
put Toon before Timberland.
I would
That's
too.
you.
Me too.
But as a
I'll go.
creator,
I'll put
let me explain this as a creator. Because I do look at producing as creation from the ground up. I've seen people make sounds. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it. Say no more.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I done been in
I
the
know
studio.
where you going. I get it.
And this
get it.
nigga, you can hit a pin on this Crown Royal bottle,
And he'll
and that
sample.
nigga can make a beat out of
That
it.
don't mean it's fresh.
It's
You
creative.
talking about the creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I put him in my top 5,
Yeah.
creativity.
The fact that I don't give a shit about that, that's
That's
why he
you.
ain't. That's why he ain't. But I understand.
That's
what
your
you.
top five.
That's why. That's why I go.
I get why he in there.
Get his ass out of here.
Pharrell, he's creative like that. You know what I'm saying?
I like Pharrell better than Timmy.
Me too.
Pharrell can make something simple sound so much bigger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I love that from Pharrell. And plus, like, I'm mature now. Like, all his music sound grown to me.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
It does.
But yeah, Just Blaze with the sampling, Kanye with
Just
the
Blaze,
sampling. Kanye is number one because of the lifestyle. I look at Kanye as saving rap.
Even after he said what he said about Hove kids.
We talking about old Kanye.
I'm a Kanye fan. I'm gonna tell you this.
on, man.
Like, I'm still a Spurs fan. I'm
Brother had to
still
say
a
that
Tampa
shit.
Bay Bucks fan. I'm still a
Even
Kanye
when he was
fan.
on stage doing the split.
That wasn't him.
Oh, I thought that was him.
That wasn't him, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that the
was
last?
that was creative.
Is that the last top five?
Nah, nigga, that's
No.
No,
got
that's
a
the
top
beginning.
five.
That's mine. I'm
I
pretty
got a
sure
top
them two
five
got
for you.
one.
I got one.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
Let's go.
Nigga, I threw you the softball. They gonna get hard on
Let's
you.
go.
Top 5 chat producers.
Top five chat producers. I like that.
I like that.
I got the goat.
Let me see. I'm gonna go number one. I gotta go. This is my opinion. I'm gonna go Slick Corleone first. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he was Kanye before Kanye. Because his lifestyle matched. Well, his lifestyle was ahead of his production.
Yeah, he really was.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
His lifestyle was ahead of his production. He was the first person that I heard in chat to find a sample and make it fresh. And I'm like, I wish I would have did that.
Shout out Slick, man.
Definitely shout out Slick K.
And I
Shout
can
out
tell
for
you the
sure.
sample. It was on the Wiz. I can tell you the sample and play. I can
What
play the
was the beat?
song.
It was on his album.
I think it was on his album.
Okay.
With Red Corleone rapped and Kane Corner. It was a Wiz sample. But the nigga, that sample like made me be
I think
like,
I know what song you talking about.
doom, 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 doom.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you talking about.
So he
When-
number one.
He's number one.
Okay.
I gotta say Duck number two.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
okay. DeVito.
Duck don't think I
Oh,
like
shit.
his production, but I do like his production. Duck always said like Duck one of them producers
I was gonna
where
hit the button on him too, just cause, but it ain't ready.
Duck one of them producers where he get a machine, he get a keyboard, he get a MPC or whatever. He learned 99.9% of the machine. I don't know if y'all know, a lot of producers just get the machine, do what they do on it, and learn as they go.
Yeah.
Duck learned 99.9% of the machine, and you know what I'm saying, go into it, and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, create.
and create.
Shout out Duck,
So
man.
his
Yeah,
beats
shout
are
out to
more
him. Shout out.
Yeah.
like clean. You know what I'm saying?
Duck Hall, he done made some bangers,
Yeah.
man.
I love
Yeah.
his sampling. You know what I'm saying? Me and him kind of relate on sampling.
Okay, he too.
Number two. Number three, I got to go. It was a dude named Truth on the beat. I'm gonna tell you why I put him number three. RP Truth. Too.
ARP.
I put him three because he made beats with horns in it.
Your favorite shit.
My favorite shit.
Of course.
He made anthems, but this was the trap beat era. So he would make them horn beats with,
Trap.
you know what I'm saying, trap. And he was cold at it, you know what I'm saying? I got stories, but I remember Big Dog tried to put us against each other or something. But RP Big Dog, man.
On the
you
like
know?
competing with the beat.
Yeah. Compete on some competing shit. Like that nigga Coop said he harder than you. That nigga Truth, he said he harder than you. Type
You only
shit.
got one nigga
and we
like that.
was more relatable. Like you know what I'm saying. He used horns. I used horns. You know what I'm saying. He was cold with the trap beat shit.
So he
Um,
3 or
He's
4?
number three.
Number
Okay.
3.
Number four, I gotta put. Fuck that. I gotta redo the list. Me number one.
How's you doing the redo?
Cause I gotta put my fucking self in the fucking list,
Shoulda been
nigga.
did that
I'm
shit.
number one. I gotta
Shoulda
put
been
that.
did
I'm
that.
number
you-
one.
Why you
I'm not finna
Why you
hypocrite.
number one?
You're right.
Why I'm number one? Cause I do everything.
Nah, I just
Art buttons.
What the
fart button.
I'm
So,
fond of my nigga
honestly,
beats. I ain't gonna hit the fart
honestly,
button on
because y'all know, well, y'all probably don't know because I don't let y'all hear a lot of shit, but like I'm all around, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm that producer where if you want R&B, let's do R&B. If I don't work with R&B artists, I don't work with country artists. Shit y'all don't know about. I work with gospel people.
Well, I want to hear.
I work with like
Soundtracks.
My second job. Well, I just recently started doing soundtracks. Shout out to Devon Cooper. But at my second job, I worked at a center where I was recording like that, like a studio at a center. So all type of people would come in there, and I would do free work for them. I would get paid through the city, but I'm doing free work for them.
Yeah.
I had white people come in there, white band type shit. I'm making a beat, they amazed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the way I listen to everything, I can recreate everything. Yeah. That's why I'm number one.
I knew that about you when you. I realized that when you did that song with Ariel.
Yeah.
And that shit sounded like it was on a Gap commercial to me.
Yeah.
But it was very like pop music, and I was amazed as hell.
And to make it like technical, I'm that type of person where if we in the studio and you sit down, I'm feeding off your energy.
So you put yourself over Kanye. So you won.
No.
No, this is a chat.
I said chat producer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chat,
So was you?
Kanye can't fuck with me though.
There you go.
Hey,
Kanye just got a stage, bro.
Right. The beat, man.
Hold on.
He can't now.
No, hold on.
Yeah,
Let
he
me
really
let
can't
me
now.
say this.
He can't fuck
If
with
I
you
had
now.
the same money, time, and stage as Kanye, I feel like I can compete. That's how I look at it. But I don't got that same stage. I don't got the same time. I don't got the same money. He worked with people that do music. So when I need a piano player, I gotta play it.
You compete.
He can pay somebody. He can pay this master pianist to play whatever he wants to play. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put that into
So you
consideration.
actually create everything on your own.
Everything.
You my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want your real true found.
All right, I'm telling the truth.
You fucking with the blueprint, Kanye?
I got the same samples. But guess
got a
what?
point.
Guess what?
You do.
Guess what? My same samples don't got Jay-Z on it.
That's
Makes
the
a big
difference.
That's a big ass difference. My samples got TK on it. My samples got other people on it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And
Local.
And y'all don't realize how much an artist does to the beat.
Brings to the
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but
So you won.
I'm putting me
Slick
one,
2,
Slick 2,
Duck 3,
True 4.
Who we got at
and-
fifth spot?
Rounding out the top.
This hard because you're cutting everybody out, but shit.
Don't be as hard as y'all be making it.
It's
It's about who you like. So what? It's about who you like.
I can name 10 more, but
But you can name 10 more.
T Rollin.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
T Rollin. The reason why T Rollin number 5, you know what I'm saying? I ain't being biased, but I taught T Rollin how to make beats. But I realized how much passion he had for it, and I made him realize how much passion he had for it. And he started teaching me shit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this: the shit I'm lacking in, like, if I was interviewing myself, one of the biggest mistakes I done did in music was not learning the business. You know what I'm saying?
That's know that.
I know you know that, nigga. But I done fucked up opportunities just by not learning the business. So
Yeah.
T Rollin taught me to go network with these people and create these business relationships.
Yeah.
And he was about to go, bruh. Like, this nigga on Twitter talking to all these Atlanta producers, going out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm proud of that. Damn, that's what I should have been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess it come from my attitude not being sociable. You know what I'm saying? That kind of held me back.
Not being social, not that being a social person can hold you back. Also, you have this thing that you mention all the time, the fear of success. The combination of those two can really fuck
Can I
you
explain
up.
that fear of
Handcuff.
success?
Go ahead.
Because a lot of people don't understand it. It's not just like I fear that I get $1 million. It's not that. The fear comes in when you get the $1 million and how people around you change. situations change when you get a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to deal with the situations of having money like that.
Because
You
I
know what
would
I'm
have
saying?
needed to borrow 50,000.
Right. Right.
Hey,
No,
let me borrow 50,000.
hey,
Right.
it's that.
Hey.
All y'all know I got a big heart.
Hey,
I would have been MC Hammer, bro.
Oh yeah, it's easy to be MC Hammer.
Hey.
Real
I would have
easy
had
for you
200 dancers on stage, bro.
because they need a job.
100,000.
I would have had all the Brainerd Howard cheerleaders on stage dancing and shit.
hey.
Because they need a job.
Right.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? I got a big heart. But, you know what I'm saying? That fear, it comes from what other people are going to do. Like, I pray every day now that, you know what I'm saying, God makes me ready to have money like that.
Yeah.
So I pray for vision. I pray for knowledge. So, you know what I'm saying? Then the famous words, I study myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for it now.
Yeah.
But fear of success, a lot of people don't understand it. And it's a lot of people with fear of success. And a lot of those people are very humble.
Fuck that, I won't.
Right?
I'm ready to tell
Right.
somebody
But
no.
you have to be ready for it, Reggie. That's all I'm saying.
I'm ready to tell somebody no. You had a
Be
fear.
ready.
You had a fear of breaking lines too, didn't you? When we was in college. Just going back to our college years.
I don't got shit to do with
Nah,
it.
Them niggas stupid. Niggas said he had a fear of skipping the line.
Nah,
at the
Rick,
club.
quick
I did.
story.
That's integrity.
We always, even though we broke line and got to the front, we always used to have to wait because he wouldn't break. He'll just stand where he was at.
That's
And
integrity.
we'd always have to wait on this nigga to come in before we went in that motherfucker.
Reggie,
we be waiting about 20 minutes like, God damn.
Reggie, you speak on integrity all the time.
I didn't have it then. Well, I did, but
You
I
had
didn't.
to learn it.
No, I had it, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
but you got
He had it.
learn it. and
That's
put it
one
into
of the
play.
ways we related to each other.
We don't want to wait an hour to get in the fucking party. We want to get in that
See,
motherfucker.
it's certain shit, people with integrity, like Reggie can flip it on and flip it off.
I flipped it off when we were breaking line to get in the
Right.
party.
Let me put this integrity in
did.
the car. Rick. Let me leave this integrity in the car. I'm finna break the line.
I'm not like that.
I'm just being funny, but he really didn't. He was
Right.
he really
You
didn't break
know
lines though.
I'm not like that. Until that one time at the Palladium, I had to.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So we got another
forced you
top
to.
five, man.
That's-
Tony
oh,
got
we
a top five. For you.
Yeah.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
Let's go. So earlier we talked about having your best kids.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
I like where this is going.
Give me your top 5 Coop Da Beatman produced songs.
Oh, I thought you was going.
Oh, no.
I
We're gonna
thought
do
you
his
was gonna
kids.
have ranked the kid. I thought you were really gonna put that nigga on the spot.
No.
That'd have been low down
This
the
is-
table.
Dang,
Right.
wait,
Right.
it was sounding like that. What he was
Hey,
gonna do?
I
We'll
would
say
have-
that for the
Hey,
second
I
time.
to
to
make
get
another
viewers.
cup.
For part
I
two.
thought you was
Part
gonna.
two.
Hey,
No. Them
I
his
thought you
babies.
gonna hit him with
Them
that
his
one.
babies too.
Dang,
So
I thought you.
Man,
Coop Da Beatman.
I thought about
made
this,
something.
man.
yep.
Okay.
This question was asked to me before.
Well, you got to answer it. man.
Yep.
And I said some things, but now I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Going from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5.
5 to 1.
1 to 5.
Okay, what you think is your best Coop Da Beatman song?
Yep.
It's gonna be wild.
So is him selling it or
Not your
his
most,
own? or-
not your most popular.
No,
these
but
are my
your
favorite.
favorite.
My
Your
favorite.
babies. Out of all your babies, your favorite Coop Da Beatman produced songs.
Okay. Yeah, I want to hear
I'm
this.
finna change what I said last time
Okay.
because now I'm putting everything in it, and I'm gonna give a brief description why.
Okay.
Oh, shit, that's a hard question.
It's number 1 first. Right? Going number 1 to 5.
Yeah, that's the only way I can go
Okay. So what's at
because
the
I got a
top?
bad memory.
Pressure.
What's at the top?
I'm gonna say this: a lot of people need to go back and listen to a song I put on the Everybody Want a Coop Beat compilation called "Alive." It's a sample I did. It's right up to speed. One of my favorite samples. You know what I'm saying? And the way it's like the way I created it. It's like you find the gem in concrete. You found the rose in concrete type shit. And I made some of it, put some of my best verses behind it. It's called Alive.
Okay.
That's
Number one.
That's
That's
number
number
one.
one.
One of my favorite ever. You know what I'm saying?
That's on the Everybody Want a Coop beat.
Everybody Want a Coop beat compilation I did.
Okay.
Number 2, I gotta say, Michi from the Neighborhood. When y'all get to hear this, the way we created it, it was bigger than the music. I'm gonna tell you this: the way we created it was bigger than the music. Ken, he don't know how big it was, but it was bigger than the music because it was 2 friends coming together. This is how I look at it. It was 2 friends coming together, realizing how maturity has an advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know it don't make sense to a lot of people.
No.
Maturity have an advantage because you work on your time. And it was like real comfortable. I never seen Ken. It was a song for Ken. And it's like, I don't know if y'all know. It's 2 different. I know 2 different Kens. It's the Before Christ Ken, and then it's
BC and AD.
AD Ken.
Yeah, I know that too.
Yeah. So it was like the AD Ken, you know what I'm saying, which he's more mature, he's more wise, he's more knowledgeable. He came over here, we was in the studio, we went through like 100 beats, but we found one and we built on it.
Yeah.
Like from his verse to the production, we built and we came up with it, and it was one of those things we realizing where we can work on our time. We ain't doing this for nobody. Like the nigga still ain't trying to present it out to nobody. But the shit hard as hell, like that was like, and it came together so good.
Would you say the maturity part, when you say
it's bigger than the music, that's what I mean.
Yeah, like you saying, it kind of made me look at it. Tell me if you agree. Our level of maturity has helped us create a lifestyle where we can do shit on our own.
Exactly. Like having an advantage.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we get caught up into people as we go to work every day. We provide for our family every day. We provide for ourselves every day. But we don't get to celebrate what we like to do.
Yeah.
And see, when I don't know, like coming up trying to be a rapper, you always felt like you had to do it for them.
Yeah. Let me impress the people.
Let me impress the people. To get attention, I gotta go buy this outfit they'll like. Not me. I don't give a fuck about it. They'll like. And so what we did was we created on our time how we wanted to do it. That was what make that number 2.
I'm shocked at that.
Yeah.
That track. That actual
It came
beat.
out.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that one?
It's Meet You from the Neighborhood.
Maybe from the neighborhood. Okay.
And then like we implemented some of the podcast stuff because T Riser, shout out T Riser.
Oh,
T Riser put Ken on his top 5 on his show.
I heard my
Go
voice
back.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we took
I didn't know I
we
was-
took little components from the podcast and put it on there. We created it, man. It was a good creation.
Everything was, to me, everything that Coop's saying, I felt that, and everything was like so unorthodox of
Yeah.
how we used to work back in the day.
We bounced back and forth. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? And it was on our time. The niggas was up here in flip-flops. Or what was it, flip-flop?
Yeah.
Okay, I never seen a nigga
That's
in flip-flop.
comfortable.
The nigga always had on some Jordans. The nigga got on the bread 6s now.
Like,
So the nigga always...
everything was unorthodox.
Yeah.
Thongs, some thong flip flops.
Nah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had
Slides, nigga. Some Nike
With
slides.
the toe split.
Yeah, he said
Nah,
he
nah,
said flip flops. My
Kid never went in.
fault. If he would have said slides in the beginning, I
Slides and
wouldn't.
socks.
We ain't that old yet.
Okay.
Maybe later on. Maybe later on.
I was finna say,
We ain't
damn,
got
you
on
had
socks.
real flip flop.
Like
we
we really was up here
Thongs
just chilling
on.
like
Comfortable.
2 old niggas,
Like
comfortable, and
it was like, man,
and it wasn't even guaranteed that we was gonna do
No,
a
no.
track. It just kind of happened.
it was like, kid, like I'm finna come over your house and we finna work on this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the maturity thing, where we at like we're available to do that in our own house, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's big, bro. So I looked at it like that. So that's number 2. I know
Okay. No, you fine.
Yeah, you was a little long.
Stop, y'all long-winded. Y'all like
you
I'm
long-winded,
saying,
nigga.
That
like
would just
this.
happen. That would just happen to have a recent and a big story that was
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
like that. That's
No.
That's what we need to put on here.
Right.
That's what it is.
Number 3, Wild Out.
Okay.
The reason why I Wild Out, because that's the first beat I sold and made money from it. That's the biggest beat that gave me a name. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't get credit for it at first, man, you know what I'm saying? And me and Lil Rel, like, he talked it out with me, you know what I'm saying? We real cool, you know what I'm saying? But that's number 3. Number 4, I gotta say this, and this is for the people to make me say this. The Gangsta beat I did always got.
Gangsta was hard.
That's the red CD.
I fuck with it.
That's one of the ones I really, really got a lot of feedback on how I study how people listen to music. That one gave me a lot of feedback. And I liked it too because it was simple. It reminded me of Timbaland on some gangster shit.
I fuck with
Yeah,
Gangsta.
when I first heard, I remember first hearing that.
I wouldn't put it in your
That's
top
you
5,
right.
but I fuck with Gangsta though.
It's
I can see
iconic
why.
to me.
I can see why he did.
You know what I'm saying? And then number 5, I'm gonna say this. I found this sample, and this is just a baby of mine. It's called Paradise.
That sounds hard too.
The sample is
Paradise
so
hard.
crazy. When I found the sample, I ain't heard nobody else use it yet, and I'm like,
That
damn.
sound hard.
This is a gem.
And I went, I
like
looked up
this.
the Slick. A lot of people don't know I looked up the Slick. But I looked up the Slick K, got him on the song, and Kane on the song.
That sound hard though. I like Paradise.
Paradise.
A lot of that stuff that you
like
said, you talked about the creativity of it.
And that's
And
what
that's what it's
where it all
about. That's
come
what,
from.
yeah, it's
Like,
creativity.
I can
of it.
tell you songs I done came, like, where I was back in my old house and 3-4 o'clock. Remember that can of chili. Remember that gallon of golden, or remember them crystals I went and got and came back and created. Like, that's the creation process really rank. That builds the rank on how my production.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times when I sit down with people, we have a conversation first. You know what I'm saying? Like with Trey, it's a lot of stuff me and Trey done did I can put on the list I like. But like Trey, we always have a conversation and then we create. He vent on his stuff he going through. I vent on what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We relate to that, and then somehow in that song you hear little small stuff that's coming from that conversation.
Yeah, what we just
So
talked
the,
about.
The bill, yeah. So that bill, like, is real big. That's how the podcast came about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just speaking on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And shit, now we up here speaking this podcast, interviewing Coop Da Beatman.
Hey, before we turn it in, man, I just got one more top 5, man. All right.
Would you finna be French?
He's heating up. He's on fire.
Did you say Coop Da Beatman?
Right.
This nigga sound like the Pink Panther.
Real stupid, man.
Garçon.
All right, one more.
Hey,
I
heard
got to
one.
do my promotion. Go
One
ahead,
more. This is what it is.
All right.
I want your top 5 chat rappers that are current right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Number
Not
one.
of all time.
That's
that
a
are
good one.
current
Right
right
now.
now.
Right now.
Active.
Number one.
Active, yeah.
Tez D, most definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Tez D, number one.
Yeah,
man.
be spitting.
I love to work with him. I made his first solo track
My favorite.
called Do It To Him.
Check.
I don't know if a lot of people, it ain't cloud chasing, but that's the true facts. We was up at East Day, he came through. I can tell you the creation. But most definitely TSD number one.
Okay.
Number 2, KB Brown.
Okay.
Love KB Brown because
KB hard.
he's conscious. He got bars, but his bars, I can see why T.I. one of his favorite artists, because he's not a punchline rapper. He's just real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always give respect to T.I. for that. But KB Brown is that. But you know what I'm saying? He's real to himself and he make real music.
Okay, that's
Most
what's
definitely.
up.
KB. That's somebody calling me, Tim?
Nah, that's not long.
That's your wake up. That's your wake up alone.
7 o'clock.
All right,
So that mean I'm way past time.
So Tez D, KB Brown. You said rapping now.
Yeah. Active.
Oh man,
I need 3 more that's active.
active.
Or within the past, what, let's say 5 years.
Yeah. I give him that then. That'll help it easy.
I gotta say Kentrell, Trey,
Okay.
aka
Trey
80, baby. What's up?
Trey 80.
Number 3,
Most
Kentrell
definitely on the
Dion.
list. Yeah, ate me up on a couple songs. I gotta get him in there. Recently, Ken not active, Kane not active, Red not active. Damn, I need to listen to a long.
Shit, pull up some of them young
No.
guns, man.
I like most definitely. I like 10 to 913.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's
And
is
that's
that number 3.
That's number. I thought
That's 4.
Is that
number 4.
Who you say now? Number 1.
TSD.
number 1 was TSD.
KB Brown.
Trey was number 3.
then
Trey
okay,
number
so that's
3.
number 4.
Tell him now.
10 to
Number
913.
He number 4.
And
He bumping right now.
yeah, and I'm just saying from his old stuff. I done been in the studio with him where these niggas done rap some deep shit, and like these niggas just can rap.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Clown.
Okay.
Top
You know what I'm
5.
saying? That's Clown. Yeah.
Round over.
Top 5 right there.
Yeah, and respect to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing it in chat. I love where chat at right now. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing, bro.
Don't worry, you're going to get another chance to do a top 5.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be
Because
playing
we got to do a
five.
part 2 because it's a lot of the Coop Da Beatman stories in creating music that we left out. We didn't talk about the DSA days.
I ain't make the top 5 with my verse I had wrote that time.
Was it?
I didn't get in the top
What a
5.
fart button at.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I'm saying they ain't gonna tell you.
Nah.
I ain't get in the top 5.
I'm trying to go to the next segment.
Cool. Hit him with the promotion button.
yeah.
Let's go wrap it up.
I'm late going where I'm supposed to be going.
All right, real quick. Promotion. I got a beat pack out. So anybody searching to buy beats, hit me up. Facebook, social media, anything, hit me up. Give me your email. I send you some snippets. You tell me what you like. We'll do business from there.
What's the social media name?
Yeah, what's the social media name?
Social media, Coop Da Beatman, CoopDabeatman. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just CoopDaBeatman@gmail.com. Send me your email. And shit, I'll hit you back with the beat pack. And you know what I'm saying? We can go from there. Anybody want to meet up, come to the studio, listen to beats, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to work. But I got a podcast called I'm Motivated Ain't You.
Coop Da Beatman.
You want to be a guest on here, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Come on here. We chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Podcast. I'm trying to get this podcast shit working. You know what I'm saying? It's therapy.
Definitely.
What else? Promotion wise, I'm trying to get Ken to push this Meet You from the Neighborhood.
Just need all them mixtapes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Just here and there, man. We're gonna make them push this song, man.
That was
You know,
a fun moment.
Yeah.
We just created that day. That's
But
what's up.
the biggest promotion, like beats, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to work in the studio, I'm with it. I don't record as much, but I'm always down to do some production. So hit me up. Shout outs. I want to shout out my crew, my brothers. I got a lot of brothers. I'm finna go run through them real quick. Shout out my brother Reggie. Shout out my brother Ken. Shout out my brother Tony. Shout out my brother Big Man. Shout out my brother Kane. Shout out my brother Tony Calhoun. Shout out my brother Swirl. Shout out my homeboy Slick. Slick G Kelly. You know, they'll probably know him from that.
What up, G Kelly?
Shout out Slick. Shout out to my homeboy Duck. Fuck Duck. Shout out to my homeboy Dead, my TSU family, Skatey, all them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family, you know what I'm saying? My nieces, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful mothers, man. They doing what they do with their kids, man. I love that. Shout out all my family that passed away. Aunt Grace. Shout out Big Coop. You know what I'm saying? Big
Yeah, rest in
influence on
peace.
my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Aunt Grace, biggest influence on my life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my mom. Shout out my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I just had to get that in there. Shout out to my aunt. Shout out to my little cousin Boo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, Boo.
AKA George Bush.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Always family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, my sisters. Shout out to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I
I
love
was
them,
wondering
you know what
when
I'm
you was gonna put the big
Right.
3 in there,
Yeah,
man.
right.
I'm like, hey, that nigga
Shout out
gotta
to my
put the big
kids,
3 in
man.
there.
Shout out to my girl Alicia. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her kids.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Trey. Shout out Poochie. Shout out Mark Thomas, man. Another one of my big brothers, man. Big influence on me. You know what I'm saying? I can go for days, so I'm going to just say that for this segment. So, you know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna continue the shout outs on 2.
Yes,
Shout
we
out,
will.
shout out D Scott. Shout out Shorty P. Shout out Block. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
you know
out
what I'm
Block,
saying?
man.
Taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out Boss
Shout out
Players.
D. Scott.
Yeah,
Boss
shout
Players,
out
TK.
TK. Shout out
Alcor.
Alcor Entertainment. Tricky Slim. That's what I know him by. Shout out to my homeboy Gabe. Shout out O Yellow.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got a project coming out called Pleasure World.
Yeah.
Did all the production on it. Like I said, shout out Gabe, aka Sir Robinson. Shout out everybody that done bought a Coop beat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers done bought a Coop beat, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chat Period. 2 Eyes Up. You know what I'm saying? 2 Eyes Up all day. You know I'm gonna rep that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Tom P. You know what I'm saying? RP Tom P. Shout out to my nigga T Rollin'. You know what I'm saying? Shout out nigga Passion. You know, I can go for days, man, but yeah, we gonna wrap it up like that. You know what I'm saying? We had a good ass show. I like this show. You know what I'm saying? So
Introspective. I like that.
yeah, man. But you know, I'm the Forrest Gump of this shit, man. My story is like crazy. I done touched on so much shit and really ain't touched the surface of what I can. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate this opportunity. You know what I'm saying, for my brothers to come up here and interview me on this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is one of the biggest motivations for me to have my own podcast of telling my story. You know what I'm saying? Being on other, I ain't gonna get it. But, yeah.
Well, shit, coming up next. Next episode. No, it ain't the next episode. It's just gonna come soon.
Yeah.
My boring ass episode. Reggie's boring ass life.
Yeah, that shit gonna sound like a 30 for 30 on ESPN.
No, what it's gonna sound like is we ain't putting this shit out because that nigga's so fucking boring.
Hey,
I like being boring though. Hey, shout out to all the boring niggas out
like
there,
it.
man.
said,
That's me,
nothing
dog.
like it.
Reggie's one of his biggest running backs ever until you started smoking crack.
Hey,
Nah, 30 for 30, man.
I'm just bullshitting. I don't need no episode. I don't want no episode.
But
I'm just-
last word, Reggie.
Man, shout out to my nigga, bro. It ain't. I can say a lot, man, but you know what I'm saying. It'll be an hour, 2 hours talking about that nigga,
Yeah.
man. Just 26 years of friendship, man. He always been there for me, and you know what I'm saying. I just appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for the person you are, bro. You always been real to me, man, and I fuck with you for life, man.
Bet.
So, shout out
Last
to
words.
Coop Matumbo, man.
Coop Bobo.
Coop Bobo.
And I used to cabal in my own way.
Huh?
I used to cabal in my own way.
Say that. Say what?
I used to cabal in my own way.
Okay.
Look at them run up the
In my
court.
own way.
Look at them run up
You
the court.
did. You did.
You know what I'm saying?
You had your role.
You gotta
did.
think.
You had a role.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. You
I
did.
stuck to it on every
Yeah.
team I played for.
You
The
did.
Psychos,
Hey.
TSU, Brader,
Yeah,
whatever
right.
role, that was my role. I stuck to it. Tony, my
Man,
bad.
no, you fine, man. But yeah, man, just appreciate, man, you being vulnerable, actually showing your story,
Yeah.
telling the people about it, because you was a quiet ass nigga. I didn't know you had a voice. I didn't know you rapped or did anything until, and then now you up here telling your story, man. You come a long way. I've seen it, and I'm ready to hear more.
Right.
So
That's dope.
I appreciate that, man.
So we're gonna end it like this, man. My last words is, Coop, man, I want to thank you for showing me that I had a talent I didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
I was a grown man when I came up there already.
Yeah.
And you kind of showed me. I just said some shit one day that I thought was cool, and you pretty much brought it out and showed me that I had a talent I didn't even know.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
With you, we had to show you how people looked at you.
That's the truth.
You was blind.
I had no clue.
You was blind to how the people looked at you. But go ahead.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. With all that being said, though, we're going to end it. Y'all know how we always do. Remember, stay peaceful and positive, and you'll be prosperous. I'm motivated, ain't you? 2 eyes up. Let's go.
You want to be a special guest on the Unmotivated Ain't You podcast? Hit your boy up, Coop Da Beatman at gmail.com. That's CoopDaBeatman at gmail.com. You like the beats you hear in the background? You shopping for beats? Hit your boy up, Coop Da Beatman at gmail.com. That's CoopDaBeatman at gmail.com. And don't forget, go to the new website, I'mMotivatedAintYouPodcast.com. Once again, that's I'mMotivatedAintYouPodcast.com. Go to the shop, check out the new drip. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got sweatshirts, we got the trucker caps. We getting it in this season, that's right. I'mMotivatedAintYouPodcast.com. Once again, that's I'mMotivatedAintYouPodcast.com.